And we're live. Hello out there in Twitch watching land on the Arvin Eleron channel. This is another session of the Arvin Eleron Presents Community D&D, possibly with a name change sometime in the future. Perhaps after this particular adventure maybe wraps up, then we'll maybe move on forward with some things that have been in talks about that. Anyway, we are the Shadow Crew because I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign, Shadowed Mage. Oops, I hit my mic. And so, to make sure to check out all of Arv's stuff. You can do !Arv things to get most of his things. You can do !Arv shop to get to the merchandise shop, which has some stuff from some of the other campaigns that Arv runs on his channels. You can do library for his 5e compatible adventure book, Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. You can do Icarus for information about his graphic novel. And you can do
Grayshade KS.
Grayshade KS for the upcoming Grayshade Kickstarter. That command probably needs to be changed soon, because I think when does that happen? That's like this
August 31, I thought.
Okay. I knew it was
Which
an
would
August
be a Tuesday,
date.
so that would make sense.
Okay, I knew it was an August date, and I was like, all right. And then, of course, BLM for Black Lives Matter, because we want to continue to insert and affirm the importance of Black lives and their importance in our communities. And of course, !Help Now for mental health assistance and suicide prevention information, because sometimes you just get down a dark hole and you need some help, but there are resources there that are available. But of course, I have some lovely people joining me tonight. Unfortunately, it appears that Echo probably can't join us tonight, but regardless, we will forge ahead because we can at least do this with the rest of us. But so right below me in our webcam lineup, we have Rock God. Rock God, could you please introduce yourself and tell everybody out there in Twitch watching land who your character in our campaign is?
Hey everybody, I'm Rock God. Tonight I am playing Malik Halmarodin, the Wood Elf Ranger, who is very interested to see what happened to this guy that we just fought and found a giant hole in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the idea that during the last encounter, I walked up to him and drew my sword like I was going to fight him, and then everybody else just murdered him.
Uh-huh. All right, well, thank you. Make sure to check out Rock God's Instagram, which you can find via our !Shadow Crew command.
Oh yeah, that is because I like to take pictures and I post them sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And then next down the column, we have Mr. Hoodie from !TV. Second verse, same as the first.
That's me. I play Esel Moldleaf, someone who almost, if this was 4th edition, probably wouldn't have TPK'd the party last time because of bouncing lightning bolt. But it would not have been nice. We would have had to leave very fast. But yeah, a book nerd. Icespire, Pact of the Tome, Celestial Warlock. I think we're good. Yeah, no, that's all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Protector, Aasimar, Celestial Patron, Pact of the Tome, Warlock.
Yeah, it's just the order. It's never gonna get right. I'm never gonna get it right. I'm gonna start with Pact of the Tome and then end with Aasimar. It's, you know what? I'm just giving up on that part. I am not very smart, but my character is. I don't know how that works out, but it's working. So yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta roleplay against type.
That's how it works. My last character was not very smart, so this is a nice, a refreshing change of pace. I'm looking forward to finding this dude's heart and then casting a lightning bolt on it as well. It'll be great.
It'll be interesting to see what happens if you do that.
Oh no, maybe not. All right, noted.
I mean, it might recharge them.
All right. So then, thank you for the resubscription configuration queen. Welcome in.
Hooray!
Resub for 8 total months.
Yay!
Oh dang.
Great. Yes, and speaking of subscription stuff, I still have to get some new sub badges to Arv, but those will I'll probably get those to him in the next couple days, and they'll hopefully then be live next week.
I'm
You've been
surprised.
doing a lot for this channel. All those great overlays. They really look good. Props.
Mhm.
I'm surprised Configuration Queen has been with us that long. It seems like she just joined like 2 months ago.
I believe she actually joined. Well, she joined Twitch for a community D&D Dragonholt adventure. Or no,
Must have been
no.
pre-Dragon
It was
Hold.
she joined it for a community D&D one shot. Some months ago, and probably subbed soon after that. But anyway, we love having you around. Thanks.
Yes. And so, relatedly, then we have next down the line, we have Triffid.
Relatedly, indeed. Yes. Hi, I'm Triffid EM. I do some podcasting. I've had another two come out on SFF Audio, I think, since the last time we talked, since the last time we played together. And I'm looking forward to tonight's session as Grace of the Refreshing Breeze, a Tabaxi Bard.
Excellent. All right. So, to kind of recap on the recent events of this adventure, so the party arrived on the coast, kind of right as a storm kind of started brewing, and so it is kind of cloudy, and there's been spitters and spatters of rain outside, and they encountered a giant talking crab, and the crab asked them to help them, yes, to help lay the spirit of its master to rest. They then encountered the spirit of the master, which is kind of tethered to a cave that's a little bit further down that way on the map. And then they came up to the actual island part that has the lighthouse on it, had a battle with some harpies, who make their nests kind of around here. And then as they started to explore the lighthouse building and all this stuff, they encountered the anchorite of Talos, who had been kind of making his lair here. And they had a battle with him, and after they were done, they discovered that his heart was missing. And of course, there's also still the weird green light up at the top of the lighthouse. Maybe those are connected.
Maybe.
Yeah, so yeah, it was right at the end of last time. It was kind of, I think it was Malik kind of pulled away the armor. Was that how that happened?
Yeah, we found a
And
gaping hole in his chest.
Gaping hole in his chest, where his heart should be.
I forgot about the called shot last time at the end of the session. That's right. It's amazing. All right, cool.
Well,
I'm ready for it now.
I guess we got a community challenge going.
Oh. Hang on, let me. No, it's not showing up for me. Not on my phone.
I wonder if is that just gonna stick around on my chat? I think it is. Okay. Oh well. Yeah. I'm curious as to if we should actually be doing it yet, because I'm not sure. We probably won't hit all of it tonight, I don't think. But We can at least start it for Arv's next stream. I think is probably a good idea. All right. So
Oh, what happened to the shell? Wasn't there a conch shell?
yes. Right, because you need the shell to help lay the spirit of the elvish master of the crab to rest. Moesco, the anchorite guy that you fought right at the end of last time, who's missing his heart, he had the shell because he had been kind of like been sitting in his chair with his eyes closed, and the shell was like on his lap, and then like you triggered the battle, and like you killed him right away, and then like as he died, he just kind of like splayed out, and like the conch went skittering away a little bit, but it was unharmed, and someone picked it up. I think it was Isol.
Yeah, I picked it up because I was going to identify. We got something else. We got another magical thing, potion.
Right, potion.
Well, we got the crown that we
yeah.
are supposed to return to the spirit.
The conch, and then Isol got distracted by the hole in the guy's chest, and then handed it to Grace because he was going to drop it because he was distracted by new things.
Right. Okay. So that is where we left off, and that is basically where we pick up. So Malik's kind of like looking at this empty hole in this guy's chest. And he's like, and like Isol is there, and also kind of distracted by the hole in the chest. And so Grace has the conch. And Roderick will just kind of be hanging back, observing, as he usually does.
Well, that certainly is strange. What do you say we leave?
I've four, like, I pulled out different books, opened to different pages. I have detect magic going on in my eyes, and my hand fully through the chest hole. This is, what do you think would even do this? I don't even know where you'd start here.
Let's see. I want to roll, I don't know, history or lore or something like that. That's not a thing, but something like that. To see if I've ever heard of this kind of thing.
Yeah. Religion or Arcana.
I'm better at Arcana, actually, so. That would be a 19.
Aha. Well, a 19 is certainly enough to tell you that the heart was definitely removed for some kind of magical or ritual purpose, and that it like it's the heart will be a magical focal point for helping to control storms. And not really sure if I have much more on that to go on for you at this time.
Is my detect magic picking up anything about like the area around it, or is it like not even anything really?
Like of the whole?
Yeah.
Yeah. The it was that there was alteration magic.
Right. I remember that from last time. Okay.
Yeah.
As I go to pull my hand out of the hole, I kind of like very hesitantly like tap one of the sides. I'm like, oh, that's horrifying. Okay. And I start putting the books away. Okay, no, we need to leave. I hated that so much. The question is...
That reminds me of playing Operation or something.
I was just going to say that. Did his nose blow?
All right, then back in character. I know that we have been focusing on the dragon, but these servants of Talos have also caused much dismay in the land, and I believe if we can do anything to disrupt this cult, we should. And certainly the green glow at the top of this tower means something bad is going on. I believe we should investigate and try to stop it if we can.
You know, I heard about a cult that used to tear people's hearts out, but they had like these 3 glowing stones with like little lines on them. That might have been something different, though.
So the real question I have is, do we bring the conch back, or do we go up to the top first, or do we take, I don't know, maybe like a quick 5, or do we drag this person's body, who looks like they can't die, let's be honest, despite being dead, and I just poke him a little bit, and throw him overboard into the shark-infested waters? I don't know. I have so many things that I want to do, and I don't know which one I should pick first.
I mean, if we can get him outside, then I vote for overboard.
I have no problem with this. I don't know if it will help, but I don't see how it could hurt. As for the spirit whom we promised to appease, what happens when we take that back? Does she disappear? Or did she say she would help us? Or did she just promise not to kill us if we brought the thing back?
Oh, I don't remember. So it's this, something about treasure. Yeah, I remember hearing treasure. I was reading what you guys were talking to her, but I remember distinctly treasure related.
Yeah, I believe the crab wanted us to help her, and then he'd help us.
Right.
With the
I believe
treasure,
he
right?
mentioned the possibility of magic swords buried in shipwrecks or something like that.
Sounds about right.
Hmm. Yes. Well, I don't know of any reason why we should rush right up to confront this green glow. So certainly, let's throw the body to the sharks and return that conch before we climb all the way up the stairs.
All right, then.
And I'll grab him and I'll start dragging him out the door.
Isel's like holding on to a pant leg, but isn't, very strong, so it's not even lifting him up. It's just
If
kind of holding on.
Malak looks like he needs any help, I will help, even if it's just holding doors for him and stuff.
Okay. Well, that is certainly within your capabilities as adventurers, so I won't necessarily have to make a strength or an athletics check. So, even though I think it would be funny if you just got like insanely low numbers on that.
I don't know. I have those gauntlets, so it gives me a
Right.
huge
Oh,
strength now.
Did someone search the body already,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
other than the heart hole?
I was thinking if we drag him over to here, since this is a low wall, we could, instead of trying to fit him through a window, we'd shove him off.
Okay, so yeah, go out to the harpy nest and then throw him over the wall there. Okay.
Because if he does reincarnate, reincarnate next to sharks, that sucks.
If he's in the water, at least it'll take him a while to get to us.
Yeah.
All right. So you can do that. So you will take him down to the harpy nest and throw him overboard. And then as the body starts to tumble down the cliff face, and then lands in the water, and then all of a sudden there's like a frothing of the water, and like you see like this like huge shark head appear out of the water and go snap and like bites the cultist's body in half and starts like feasting on it.
Yes.
I think he's gonna need a bigger boat.
We came to make a great
Hopefully
offering.
we haven't created an even worse monster.
No, see, if we give them something to eat, they won't eat us later when we go down there for treasure and the like. I hope.
I am not sure that sharks have memories and remember favors. But at least this is over now, and we can go do the next thing.
All right, which is going back to the cave first to give her the conch? Okay.
Okay.
That was the plan.
Yeah, I will just follow Easel.
Now that there's treasure on the line, I'm all about it. The book is away, so yeah. I'll keep an eye on that like last harpy that escaped over the horizon line, but otherwise, you know, with
Right.
purpose and reason, Issa will be marching forward.
Okay. So there's still you keep an eye on the sky, but there's no sign of the harpy. It probably flew well away and probably plans to stay away until like it's probably safe to come back. Like it probably won't come back for a day or two. So then you make your way down the kind of a path with the carved stairs into the cliff face, back down across the little that'd be in like an isthmus or something, to the cave with the spirit. And
As I like enter the doorway, I'm just gonna kind of stick out a hand. Hi, I don't have the conch, but we do. It's not me. I have to move. It's not a very wide, so I have to. Don't kill it. It's coming. And then I just walk to the other side of the cave and wait there.
Yeah, that's right. I thought you had it. Grace has it.
Yeah.
Right. So I approach. Is the spirit materialized?
yeah, as
We-
you all kind of like enter in the cave, then the spirit kind of like fades back in with its ghostly, webby, floaty appearance. And so Issa was saying like all his spiel about trying to bring the conch. And
Right.
so
So I am
she's-
not going to try to hand the conch directly to the spirit. I'm going to say, we have retrieved your conch. We hope that with this you can find peace. And I lay it on the floor in front of her. I am not touching her.
okay, and
You don't. I'm sorry.
And do I need to roll diplomacy or anything?
nope. When you lay the conch in front of her, then all of a sudden there's like a glowing white, slightly goldish light starts to encase the spirit, and her appearance then shifts into more so the appearance of a regular sea elf that she was in life. And then she a small smile creeps across her face, and she bows her head and she says, "Much thanks to you for helping me move on. I may now go in peace." And then she just kind of goes poof and explodes in a like a brilliant light, and she has moved on.
Is the conch still there?
And the conch is still there.
Detect magic. Is the conch still magical?
Yep.
Isel's gonna think about it, and then kind of like hold onto his book tightly. No, there's magical swords and stuff, and then just move on past the front of the cave, and then say like after like that whole exit, we'll kind of turn around. You know, I was kind of betting that she was actually going to be like super evil, so this was a nice surprise, honestly.
I
Oh,
had
yeah.
some fear, but this still felt like the right thing to do. And I know it was hard for you to move on, but I believe that leaving that conch there is also still the right thing to do.
Yeah,
You know, I completely had an arrow knocked, and if she was evil, I was going to shoot her. And honestly, so if you tried to grab it, I was going to shoot you.
Oh, would have been a draw.
In the
and then
hand, I'm sure.
I do like a finger gun, but it's like electric finger gun. Like, yeah, it would have been a fun duel.
Some sparks come off the tips of your fingers.
So kind of beyond the edge of the cave, back at the coast, you can kind of hear like the excited clickety clackety of the crab, and the voice of the crab kind of is calling out and says, I saw a big light. Did something happen? Did you help my master? Hello?
I'll
As
come
I'm
out
walking-
and talk to the crab. Can
Yeah,
you
as I'm
hear me
walking
from
out of
here?
the cave and I see it, I'm like, oh, sweet Lord, it's hideous. And then I kind of just I hang back because I wasn't interacting with the crab
Oh,
originally.
that's right. You weren't. Mhm. Okay. Can the crab hear me from here on
Yes.
the bridge?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk over there
Yes.
too.
Yes, we succeeded, and the your mistress is now at peace.
Oh, that is so good. I'm so happy that Miral was able to move on. My much thanks to you. So I suppose I can now uphold my end of the bargain. I can see if I can find some interesting treasure from down in the shipwrecks.
We
Is
would
that
certainly appreciate it if you could do that for us.
okay? I believe I mentioned something about like a sword or an axe or something. Is that what you would be interested in? There might be something else down there. I've never really poked around too much, but I've definitely seen like a sword or an axe or something that like is not rusting. So it must be magical.
Do you have any books?
I fear that books would not survive a long immersion in seawater.
I mean, you don't know. They could be magical underwater books. I just thought I should ask.
While you're down there, be very careful. We saw a huge shark. I don't know if sharks eat crabs, but
Oh
just be careful.
Daggermaw. I believe I warned you about Daggermaw when you passed by before. I'll definitely make sure to avoid her. Oh, she's a nasty one. All right. Well,
I would say if you find a sword, that's fine. If you find an axe, that's fine. But none of us really use those. Perhaps you could maybe look for some sort of potions down there,
Or like a book.
or a book.
well, I think I have seen maybe some like little like it looks like a figure of a person carved out of coral, or maybe I think there's a skeleton that has a cloak, and the cloak still seems to be like float around in the water a lot, and like seems to be in perfect shape. And of course the sword or the axe, but I've never really gone inside of the ships all that much, but I suppose I can. Is that something that you would like me to do, to inspect around a little bit more down in those shipwrecks?
Well, what do you think, Grace? What do you think would be better, the cloak or the coral statue?
I think the coral statue might be more help. I don't think all of these sound good to some extent, but I without knowing what they are, it's hard to say exactly what the best thing is. I'd say whatever you can find, crab friend, that doesn't put you at too much risk.
I have two claws. I can get two things.
Then kindly grab the statue and either the sword or the axe, whichever of those you saw.
Okay, can do. Might take me a little while, so if you have other things to do around here, I'll meet you back here in probably a couple hours. How's that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
All right, and then he skitters off and he starts going down into the water to make his way kind of around to the shipwrecks.
All right, well, start off with a short rest. We probably won't have time for a long rest, but certainly a short rest would not hurt.
I was gonna say, if we do a short rest, I can also identify the vial
Right.
that Malik has.
Did anybody take any damage?
I believe Roderick did. Oh no, Roderick has 32. I don't think so.
I did not.
Nope.
I'm just missing spell slots.
I took a little bit.
Okay,
Only
I'll
6.
play the Song of Rest. And that should help you get some hit points back.
Ooh, what does that do?
An extra hit die.
Ooh. All right.
One second.
Hey, it helps quite a bit
Cool.
because it would have been just 1. Now I'm back at full.
That's great.
Well done. Well done. All right. And as you're resting, the sky is growing darker and the storm is increasing in intensity. And now there's starting to be lightning flashing across the sky. And right at the end of your rest, you can see one lightning bolt strike the top of the lighthouse.
Oh no. That may be powering up Telos or whatever is
Well.
going on up there.
I'm certainly glad we didn't go up there.
Any sign of our crab friend coming back?
So that would have been 1 hour. Sure. He is just kind of arriving back right as you're kind of finishing up your rest. And he kind of like skitters up out of the water onto the shore, and he like sees you all in kind of like basically like where he left you, and he kind of like clicks his claws inquisitively, and he's like, "Did you even go anywhere?"
We rested. We had to fight harpies and an evil cult priest before we could restore the conch to your mistress and lay her to rest. So we
yes.
needed a break.
Yes, the evil priest guy who stole my master's conch. Yes. Right. I suppose that makes sense. Yes. Okay. And like in like the crooks of his claws, he then like kind of like sets down on the beach in front of him a sword and remind me what the other thing you asked for was?
Statue.
The statue. Yeah, and the coral statue. And so the sword is kind of looks like a standard long sword. It has a sapphire set into its pommel, and it seems to be in very good condition for having been down in the water. And the coral statue is of a mermaid, and it seems to be very delicately crafted.
All right. Thank you, friend crab. Can I retroactively, during our rest, have composed a song of friendship in his honor?
Sure.
Nothing magical, but just a little pleasantry.
Yep.
And I think we should take the extra 10 minutes before we climb the tower so that Isel can identify these items.
Yeah. So to say, Isel kind of closes his book, hops up, goes over to them, and kind of sits down in like a little area to identify them both.
And I know that Isel's concentration is good enough that I can just go ahead and sing my song without disturbing Isel.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until 9.5 minutes is over, and then I'm gonna go poke Isel and ask him if he's done yet.
I don't want to spend a spell slot on this, but I might. That's kind of what he does, though. Ugh. Yeah. I guess the moment you'd poke Easel, the major image of Easel pops up and slaps your hand. No, we've talked about this. Not when I'm right at the end of concentration. You always do this. Listen. It's very nice, and I appreciate the jape and the tomfoolery, but I need to concentrate on this because concentrating on this spell is giving me a hard. Oh, okay, and then it poofs out of existence.
I feel like that's kind of a pre-recorded message you should just have loaded for your
Right.
major image to come out and do that.
It's more of a programmed image than a major image.
Oh man, yeah, I've been
That should be a
eyeballing program delusion.
cantrip, actually. No.
Oh, you better
All right.
believe when Easel gets the ability to do program delusion, it's going to be nonsense all the time.
And so what do you find out?
Yeah, so I'll wait another 30 seconds and go, all right, so what is it?
All right. So the sword is a +1 sword of minor frost brand.
Oh, I didn't even know they could be minor. That's cool.
Yeah. That is
I
a
somehow feel like Frostbrand is not going to be the most effective kind of sword against an ice dragon, but continue.
so yeah. Basically, all it is it's an extra 1d4 cold damage, and in freezing temperatures it sheds light, but it doesn't have the extinguishing of the magical flames that a normal frostbrand does. And the extra damage is also slightly less because a normal one is 1d6.
That's like the coolest ability where you just unsheath it and all the flames die. Like that's so cool. I love it so much.
How about the statue?
And the statue. So, possessing the statue will give you a swim speed of 40 feet per round.
Oh, cool.
Oh. Well, again, not immediately helpful to our situation, but kind of cool. So I thank the crab and say we're going to go up the tower again and see what needs doing there. And if the crab is still here when we come out, I'll be happy to talk with him again. Again. And if not, then I wish the crab a long and healthy and happy life.
Well, good luck to you. I mean, this area is essentially my home, but I mean, I might be off somewhere else when you pass back through. So if I don't see you again, then I hope you have had success and will have success in the future.
Before you go, Crab, you wouldn't happen to know what is that green glow at the top of the lighthouse?
I'm not entirely sure, but its appearance coincided with when the evil cultist arrived and killed my master and took her conch.
So maybe they're connected.
Seems likely.
All right then.
Crabman,
Oh,
or lady,
I
or
should
crab
also
person.
I should also mention, while I was down there poking around all the remnants of the shipwrecks, but particularly there were a couple ships down there where there were things that looked like boxes that I couldn't open.
That was what I was going to inquire about.
They were really fancy, like they had metal on them, and they had like a and like they were shut I couldn't open them.
Say we all became possessed of the ability to breathe underwater, and then one of us suddenly became possessed with the ability to swim pretty proficiently underwater. Where is it that these are?
Okay, so I will have to ping the map for you. He'll be able to tell you which ones they are, of course. So this is.
I guess we could read. Canonical way of doing this is I can draw out in the sand like a little map of the area and have him just put a claw where each of the things are.
The two southernmost ones.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions also, and but I had to wait for Daggermaw to go away from. She likes to kind of like stay around that southern part. But like I had to wait for her to swim away, and then I could kind of poke my head in there and see what was down in there. But when she came back, I kind of had to skedaddle.
Can
That's
crab
very
thing.
useful information. Thank you.
Do you know if Daggermaw can see invisible creatures, objects, things? Is Daggermaw just a regular plain old shark, or is it Daggermaw a bit more of a extra shark? I don't know how sharks work, really. Never really been to the ocean.
As far as I know, Daggermaw is just a regular shark, but a particularly mean and nasty one.
It's just a glint and glimmer in my eyes of extra treasure. Great. This is great news. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful whatever it is that you do. I stand up, open my book back, and walk up to the path.
Okay.
I believe we should go back to the tower now without any further delay.
Aha. Echo showed up in chat. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, get some good rest, Echo. We'll catch you next time. We will forge on ahead as we have. All right. Thanks for popping in, though.
No worries, Eka.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll make sure you get good stabs in.
All the stabs.
As we're walking back to the lighthouse, I kind of want to quietly, like indoor voice to the group. We can breathe underwater, and I can make someone invisible, and with that statue, we can swim very, very fast. So all I'm saying is, this seems like a free treasure thing. So, ideas, thoughts? Are we
How
doing
many
You
that
of
could
us?
also
later?
cast an illusion, perhaps, to draw the shark away.
Well, I can make two of you invisible, and then I can cast an illusion in the water, and concentrate on that to kind of throw them off the scent for a bit, because I'm sure. Do sharks have nostrils? Is that a thing? Once again, I don't know sharks. Haven't read about them yet.
I personally know they have a really good sense of smell. I don't know if Grace would know that. I guess I could roll nature.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Grace does not know. I haven't heard anything about that. I mean, I know that blood will draw them, but
Yeah. You would basically be able to know, like, that, they're a very efficient undersea predator, so they must have some ability to be able to be aware of their surroundings when they're down deeper in less light conditions. But as far as the specifics of are they actually able to be, like, scent wise, like, very good smellers in the ocean, you're not particularly sure about, but you kind of have an idea that they might have some kind of sense to be able to be sense things that maybe are not immediately visible to them.
DM mechanic question.
Sure.
Do Pass Without a Trace and Invisibility stack in the sense of plus 10 sneak bonus plus disadvantage on perception checks? I don't see why they wouldn't, but I don't know.
Well,
How,
yeah, so
I don't
those are providing different bonuses, right?
yeah, I'm just asking, like, because
I
one.
don't think advantage stacks. It's just you either
Yeah.
have it or you don't.
Right.
What it's Pass Without a Trace doesn't give you any advantage or disadvantage. It's just plus 10 to your sneak, plus no tracks. So it would be one of those things where I know flavor-wise, Pass Without a Trace requires you to be like engulfed in shadows, whereas invisibility just makes you not visible at all. So I don't know. I don't know if I conflict with magic systems here that already exist. I know mechanically it sounds great, but I don't want to like just poop all over lore.
In game, we're continuing up the path. We're not
Yeah.
stopping and talking about all this.
Let me just look up. Okay, so this is Pass Without Trace and Invisibility.
So, Esau, how many of us can you make invisible?
2. Of course, it wouldn't be me. I have to concentrate on the major image. So I'm assuming you or Grace, the more nimble of the group, would be able to go down. Or
Can you do both of those at the same time?
oh, yes.
Oh, all right. I would say, since they're probably locked chests, I would say maybe Roderick would be the one to go down at least.
Well, that's much smarter than bringing them up and then having to swim with them slowly upwards instead of unlocking them there. Though they could have a book inside, and the crab said books and water don't go. Or the Grace said books and water don't go together, right?
No, that is true.
I stand by that. I hold to that opinion. Books and water do not mix.
So you think we should go down there and grab the chests and then bring them back up here?
I do agree that maybe we should deal with the giant glowing green lighthouse of maliciousness first, but I'm not going to say no to extra treasure, ever, for any reason.
And
as long as we can do that with a reasonable amount of risk.
As far as your mechanics question goes there, yes, they both definitely can both apply like their effects. So like
excellent.
Yeah.
Because that would be the
make you
the most
very hard to detect.
The most biggest undetection.
Thing is, though, do you have Pass Without a Trace?
No, but you do.
No, I don't.
Oh no, no.
Because it's the same day.
That's right.
And it's been more than an hour.
Fair enough. Well, okay.
I mean,
never
we
mind.
could, if we managed to defeat whatever's in the tower, maybe we could try again tomorrow. Meanwhile, as I'm going up the path, I'm thinking about my strategy here, and I do have Dispel Magic. It's a 3rd level spell. I'm not at all sure that it would be effective against whatever is bringing all the thunder and lightning here. So I will discuss with the other magic users whether they think it would be better for me to launch that when we get up there, or just silence against whatever spell casting they're doing.
Okay.
You're going to try to dispel the weather?
Well, there's something magical or religious going on that's making this weather, the lightning and the green glow happen. I'm not sure if Dispel Magic would have any effect at all.
Yeah,
I could just try casting silence instead.
I also have Dispel Magic in case, we want to go at this as a
team effort.
I only have 2 attempts at dispelling the magic, so if you have more than that, more is better, generally, if it is highly magical, but silence also seems like it would be pretty good against the things that damage us with the sound waves, because that was painful last time.
Let's see. I have 2 3rd level spell slots, which is what Dispel Magic is. And I have 3 2nd level spell slots, which is what Silence is.
Oh, excellent.
I think. Yes.
Yeah, I would say maybe hold on to that until we get to the top and see what's up there.
We're not
if
even
you-
sure.
Well, yes, but I'm just thinking about what I can have ready to go as a reaction as soon as we get up there.
Well, if we get up there and it is benign, we can at least, I can stop and identify it. We can take 10 minutes and I can actually find out what exactly it is that we're dealing with. If there's nothing else up there, that is.
I don't think we need a plan at this moment for if we get up there and everything is benign, which I severely doubt. I'm talking about if we get up there and there is bad magic going on, which is what seems likeliest to me.
Oh,
So-
I just plan for everything, so, yeah.
Well,
bad.
then, all right. How about you be ready to dispel magic if we get up there and that seems appropriate, and I'll be ready with silence.
That works for me.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. Up we go.
All right. So yeah, and basically, right as you're kind of coming back up here, the intensity of the storm has increased, and the winds are starting to become very powerful, and there's very like the rain is really whipping into you, and it's starting to like kind of like drench you as you, but you're able to get back inside the building. Just
I don't like the rain, but I know it won't hurt me, so
Yeah.
I just keep going.
okay.
All right. And so we're back inside. Yes?
Yes.
When Grace gets back inside, does she do that like shake thing?
Yes. Well, prestidigitation. A little shaking, a little prestidigitation. It's hard to be agile when your fur is all matted with water.
All right, so who's going up first?
Well, probably I should, because I have the spell ready and because I have a slightly better armor class than Isel.
I guess I can go up right after you. That would make the most amount of sense if I'm going to dispel.
All right. So you start heading up the stairs.
Roderick is going to hide down here and skulk like 15 feet behind everyone else.
Okay.
Should I do his stealth now?
Sure.
He's gonna go maximum sneaky.
I am listening as hard as I can for anything, chanting, anything that I might hear.
Roderick trips over a banister, starts falling back down the stairs, brushes himself off and grumbles and just follows 5 feet behind us. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy. All right. So, with the intensity of the storm outside, it is providing like a fair bit of noise that it like you wouldn't be able to hear really subtle sounds, but even then, like anyone who's like straining to listen for something, like you're not really hearing anything as you come up to the second level here. And there is a landing which leads to. Oh, I should show this on the stream. Where's my mouse?
Meanwhile, hello, Thordark's mommy, and everyone else in chat. Glad you're watching. Hope you're enjoying it.
Yes, thank you everyone who's watching. All right. So there's a little landing with a door out, and then more stairs that go up even higher. That continue around, circling up.
I will listen at the door and do a perception check. I'd kind of like to keep going, but I don't want to leave an enemy behind us. So, perception 3. $12. Do I hear anything?
So let me just double check something here.
On the staircase.
All right. All you hear is the sound of the storm.
How is there an opening above or below the door at all?
I'm very minimally, but like yeah, there'd be like cracks around the door.
Enough for a lizard to squeeze through?
Probably not. No.
Okay.
This actually seems to be a rather heavy door. You think that on the other side it might actually be exposed to the elements, like outside a bit.
Interesting.
I look at Malak. I look past Isel at Malak and kind of jerk my claw toward the door and then up and shrug.
All right.
I'll walk over. I didn't catch that. What was that? Like real quietly.
Do you think we should see what's behind this door, or should we keep going?
What are you guys whispering about? It's pretty loud outside. I don't think anyone can hear us.
I'll do one of these.
Well, guess there goes that. Yeah, I guess we'll just go in, and I'll open the door.
And so you yank open the heavy door, and you're immediately pelted with wind and rain.
See, I told you there's a storm outside.
So you peer out, and
Is it daytime, nighttime?
Afternoon, I think.
it would be afternoon, but it's very kind of dismal outside, right? It's like it would be
So it's
difficult to
dark,
see.
but not night.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, and so beyond the door, there is kind of this upper level that has a railing along the edges, and off. If you peer around, off to the south, there is a large metal pillar, right around here.
But we don't see any people
No people.
chanting or anything.
Nope.
We got a large metal pillar out here. I don't know what it's for, but
That's what shot me with electricity. Didn't I tell you? I touched it. Remember, I touched the pedestal.
You up here?
Oh, yes. I do remember now.
No, what? I haven't been up here. That's crazy.
And now I need
So,
to.
so you think this metal spike goes down to the ground floor? To the...
If I recall, it came out of the ceiling, and it just it was above the pedestal, the pillar, whatever what is the name? There's an actual name for it, and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, the thing that I touched that gave me lightning bolt 3 times.
Lightning rod? An altar.
Altar, that's the one. What is?
Yeah. So this.
Oh, hold on, squish his cotton cords. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So this is like this metal pole is like you'd be able to tell that it's like a lightning rod essentially, and then it does connect down
too deep.
to the altar down below.
Are there inscriptions on the pole at this level?
You'd have to get close to be able to figure that out.
Oh yeah, I'll walk over there.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
I'll hang out in the doorway.
Yeah,
Alright.
I like.
You want me to go look at it and see if it's got inscriptions in it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
What?
Yeah, I'll walk right up to it.
But don't touch it.
Yeah. When you're about... Actually, I will show you. When you reach... Oops. Am I on the right thing? Yeah. When you reach that spot right there, right before you kind of get right
This
next to it.
Yep.
Yep. There is a crack of lightning, and it strikes the lightning rod.
Sweet.
But and then like it's kind of like blinding for a moment, and like you can feel the electricity in the air, but luckily it happened right before you kind of got up to it.
Thing seems a bit dangerous. I'm gonna still check it out though.
Okay, I'm going to try and figure out. I mean, I know I don't have a wristwatch or anything, but I'm going to sort of try and start timing the lightning blasts. I don't know, counting heartbeats or something. How far apart, to start getting an idea of how far apart these lightning blasts are and if they're getting closer together.
Okay, well, so there were some like kind of cracks of lightning before the one that struck the lightning rod. Though like from the one that then strikes the lightning rod, you can kind of tell that one's nearby. The first one kind of seems to be about 4 heartbeats, and then 6 heartbeats, and 10, and then 3, and then 5.
So it seems random.
Yeah.
Okay.
A close inspection of the lightning rod reveals that it is just a tall, about 18-foot tall, wrought iron lightning rod. Nothing seems to be written or etched into it. It just seems to be there to be a lightning rod.
Seems pretty normal to me.
Very well. Let's proceed.
Yeah, it's very wet out here. I'm gonna come back inside.
Now go back in here.
And when you get about 10 feet
Do you
away...
have prestidigitation?
No.
I'll dry you off.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Nice. Thank you.
And when you got about 15 feet away from it again, another lightning bolt hit the lightning rod. Let's see if... No more hits until before you got back inside.
I'll do that as I'm walking away. I'll do the Joker in Dark Knight when he's walking away from the the hospital. I'll like walk away and then it'll hit and I'll like walk away faster.
Why can it be like this, cat?
All right. So back inside on this landing, as you kind of like look up, you can see this bright, eerie green light that's kind of like filtering down the stairs from up above.
What do you make of that then?
Nothing good. But the only way to find out is to go up there.
Well, you're the one with silent spell. Maybe you should go first.
Yes.
Or should we send Aesel?
I think we decided I should go first because I have a slightly better armor class.
I don't want to go first. Why would you ever suggest? You know, I'm gonna fall down the stairs. You know me.
Right.
If something
so-
jumps out at me, I'm useless. Mostly. I do have lightning
So I
hands.
keep going upstairs.
Sorry. I'll follow.
Okay.
Roderick will get to the landing and try to like shake off the fall that he did last time and try to like slink again in the shadows. as a hide action. Let's see how he does this time. Probably not great.
Okay, so Grace is in the
There you go.
lead.
Yep.
Okay. As she starts to come around the stairs, coming up to this top exposed level, the light is so bright that it's hard to look at. Like, it is extremely bright. And basically, do you try to stare directly at the source of the light, or are you kind of like trying to not look at it?
I'm more looking around it to see if I see people
Okay.
chanting or anything like that. I'm not trying to stare directly into the light.
All right. So, this uppermost level is partly open to the elements and surrounded by a narrow walkway topped by an iron railing. 3 open archways allow the green light to spill outwards towards the sea. In your peripheral vision, because you're not kind of like trying to look directly at it, you are able to tell that the source of the green light appears to be the heart of a humanoid. It's that shape, but it is about 10 times the size of a normal heart. And it is green and it is pulsating with this light. So it's about 4.5 feet tall by about 3 feet in like depth and width.
Isel,
Can I-
get up here.
Can I minor illusion like tinted lenses in front of my face?
Mm.
I mean, they don't even have to be made out of glass. They just need to be like translucent black lenses.
Like little patches of fog in front of
Yeah.
your eyes.
Okay, I will allow it.
Yeah.
Against somewhat against my better judgment, but yes, I think this is okay.
I see the bright light and I look down at Malik and I'm just like, I'll see you up there. And then I just do the minor illusion, give him a thumbs up, and then I head up the stairs. I trip a little bit. Oh God, this is horrifying. You'll hear from the top, and then yeah, I'm gonna try and dispel magic on this thing immediately.
It seems like a good first step.
All right.
And since, just 1 second, there's nobody around here, no people, just the heart.
No people,
Okay,
just the
so
heart.
I'm going to drop thinking about the silence and start working on Fireball.
Okay.
But that's no longer going to be a reaction.
So we're like this. Well, that's not good. I'm assuming it's higher than 3rd level spell.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
dispelled magic will just kind of like fizzle out against it. It doesn't seem to do anything.
All right, I'll kind of will it back up again and shoot my other shot, I guess, for my second dispel magic. Higher than a 4 would be great, honestly. Okay.
Well, that's better.
15's not like amazing, but it'll do.
Still nothing.
Yeah, no, I figured. Oh, butts.
All right, I am going to gently push Isel back towards the stairs. I want us all to go back down the stairs so only my head is showing, and look at the green pulsing heart and cast Fireball on it, and then duck down. Okay.
Yeah. All right. You may do so.
Okay.
What's the dexterity of a giant heart?
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
So it's DC 15 dexterity save.
Well, it's an auto fail.
Auto fail.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think it can
Okay.
move.
Heart of the
Oh,
spell.
So much for fireball. I think we're going to have to attack this thing.
Oh, sorry. I meant like it's like it would be an automatic success for the spell.
Oh,
Yeah, the
It's-
heart is
okay.
an auto
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the heart is an auto fail.
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, then do I see it take any damage?
So that will be 23 fire damage. Yes, it's like, so it gets enveloped by the fireball, and then you can see it start to like kind of like the outside of it starts to burn up and the light fades from it, and it starts to shrink down in size until it's about 1/5. So it's still about twice as big as a normal heart, but it's much smaller, much diminished, and it's very only kind of like weakly, like only and like it's much weaker, but it's still technically there.
Oh, that's very heartening.
Grace, does your fireball work?
All right. Does anyone want to shoot an arrow at it before I hit it again?
Eldritch Blast. I'll poke my head up from the stairs and shoot at it.
Well, okay, yeah, actually both of those would hit.
As I poke my head back down, I finally hit something with it.
You,
Listen, I've been so bad with this spell.
Isol, so you still have like the fog thing going on in front of you, or do you
Yeah.
have to drop that for Eldritch Blast?
No, I don't have to drop that.
Okay. All right. So your Eldritch Blasts slam into the heart, and then it seems to like almost like start to like shrink and like starts to like disintegrate, and it slowly goes like smaller and smaller in upon itself, and it starts to warp, and the light all seems to get sucked back into it, and then it goes pop into like a singularity. And then
Oh.
and then with that it's just gone.
Okay. And the green glow is gone?
The green glow is gone.
I don't even get a cool heart? This is
This
Been
seems
very disappointing.
too easy. I hate to say that as a player, but this seems too easy.
the magic fog shades dispel, and then detect magic immediately goes up, and I go into full detective mode. I'm gonna hard investigate where it was sitting.
All right, there are no more traces of magic.
Oh no, it's like gone. What? And then I'll start scouring the rest of the top here.
Yeah, and the intensity of the storm starts to dissipate.
Well, I suppose we win. Hooray! Strikes a chord.
Yeah, as I'm looking around, I look at my book. It's never this easy with Eldritch Blast. I don't know. Did you change it all, or I'll shake it a little bit? Huh.
All right. So, nothing else going on up here. I look out the side of the tower, look at the sea. Are things calming a bit? Is the storm dissipating?
It's starting to dissipate. It'll probably still be, a good couple, at least an hour, maybe 2 hours before it completely goes away. Because right now it's like the wind and the rain is still like pelting your face, but it's starting to lessen, and the sea is rough around the base of the island. But the waves are starting to diminish in size with each kind of like passing few minutes.
After about like 10 to 15 minutes of just circling this top, looking for anything, any speck of, any clue of anything else in this mystery, I'm going to kind of sit down and open up my book and pick out the quill and ink and dip it in and write in the book. So we did the thing. That's done. Evil guy vanquished. I have lightning hands. Very cool. How is it that I unturn these people from stone? Or is this just a thing that am I just here on a lark? Is this the plan? And like, as I'm like furiously dipping it back into the ink as I'm going back. And then I realize I've written like a paragraph of just kind of rambling. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave it there and wait for the ink to soak in.
I love the idea of Isol like writing a half a sentence and then go like jump into the next one.
Yeah, you just hear like a furious like dip into the ink.
All right, so our response starts to show back up in the book, and it says, "It is glorious that you have vanquished a servant of evil."
Okay.
But the thing you are after for restoring the others back from being petrified is in the sea.
And then like a good minute passes. I'll just write, hence the underwater breathing. Got it. Thank you. I understand completely what you were. Okay. We on it. Thank you. All right, I'll close the book before the ink even dries. Just kind of stand up, put the ink quill away. Like, right, this wasn't the place. This was all extra. So I walk back down the stairs.
So
And as you walk down the stairs, I'm just sitting on the stairs, like just waiting, like cleaning underneath my fingernails and my short sword, like just waiting.
and so it seems, although I'm sure what we did here was good, it seems we've found nothing that will help us to restore the stone people back to flesh.
Yes, so I just had a bit of a talk with my book about that. Okay, that sounds like a weird sentence to say out loud. We're gonna move past it. Apparently, that's
A
the thing
dialogue.
it's under the ocean. It's under the sea. We had to go there instead of here. This is up. We had to go down. So those chests are a great place to start.
Very well. Now we just need to brainstorm about how to get down there.
Ha, Storm, I get it. Well, if we take another long rest, I can recast underwater breathing on us, or I guess I can do that whenever, but for the invisibility at least, and we could make sure that we have Pass Without a Trace. I nod to Malik. And we could send Roderick down there, and I could have major illusions to fool the shark, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yes, your illusions do sound. Well, yes, of course they do. So
They do
you can
sound
make it
and
something.
smell?
If you can do smell too, then certainly wonderful.
Can you do invisibility on me right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
No. See, I used all of my magic to try and make it so the heart that was glowing wasn't anymore, and then it didn't work all of the time. And then I shot it with my book chains, and that worked. So I feel real dumb about that, but I was going to keep that to myself, and I've spoken it out loud, and I don't know how to end the sentence. So, and then I just kind of sit down.
Well, because I know I'm pretty good at sneaking around, and so is Roderick. I think maybe between the two of us, we can go down there real stealthy like and grab the chests and bring them back up here. Because
Well,
I'm
you-
afraid that, like we said before, there might be maybe something that we don't want wet in those chests. I'm a little afraid to open them under the water.
That's fair. If you're willing to wait for me to kind of regain my strength a bit. I'd be. What time is it now in the day? I guess it's hard to tell with the storm.
Yeah, evening.
Evening. Okay. Yeah. So I'd like. I mean, it would probably be dark around the time that I would regain my strength to cast invisibility again. But if you're up for it, I mean, I could
believe
also.
it would be much better to dive during the brightest daylight that we can have. And first of all, sharks are more active in the dark or at dusk and dawn.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
wait. Trish knows that. Triffid probably, I mean, Grace probably does not, given my sad 6 roll on nature before. Forget I said that.
Sharks are just always hungry, consistently.
But still, it's better. I think it'll be easier to find the treasure in the daylight than at night. When it's dark.
That's a good call. Yeah, I would
Right.
agree with that.
So quick camp and then a diving excursion in the morning. Sounds for everyone else but me or Grace. For us two, we're not gonna. I don't get wet. I'm not a wet person.
I do not love the water, but I would go if necessary. But I do believe that if 2 people go, Roderick and Malak might be the most sensible ones.
Yes, I'm.
But I'll go
inclined
if
to
one
agree.
of them hates the idea.
I'm assuming Roderick would give a begrudging nod and like a grunt. I don't want to put words into mouths, but at least bare minimum, I'm assuming there would be an acceptance there.
All right, then why don't we stay in the tower then for the night?
Yes, not this high rainy level of the tower,
No.
though.
Ooh, I call the
no.
lightning room, and then I start like running down the stairs.
I hope he doesn't trip and fall and hurt himself.
That's a great. Let's roll for
he's-
it.
I have a feeling he's going to trip and fall and hurt himself.
I mean, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
choose
no,
the
I-
failure roll, right?
Dexterity save was 8. So what does an 8 dexterity save going downstairs get me? Shadowed.
A spiral staircase to boot.
Yeah.
In the rain
Yeah,
with wet
you
stone.
you trip on your robes,
You just hear,
and you just kind of go boom, and then you start like tumbling down the stairs. So he'll take let's see, probably 1d4 bludgeoning damage. D4. 2 bludgeoning damage. Because you crack,
I'll
you
Oh,
kind of
thank you.
crack your head a little bit at one point.
I'll look down like through the middle of the spiral staircase and see him go down, and then without even looking at Grace, I'll go, "You owe me a silver."
I'm okay. I think I broke my butt. Thank you for the gifted sub, by the way.
I shake my head and silently pass a silver to Malak.
I'm like on that landing with the like I have 12 books splayed out. Like more seem to apparate from around me.
Did the books
like
break
half
your
of-
fall?
Yeah, half of the bags are just everywhere, and I'm just lying full spread eagle. Oh, okay, I'm fine. I'm
I will
fine.
start heading down the stairs to try to help him.
I'll start picking everything up.
Let's see. Did you make it to this landing, or did you make it all the way to the ground floor?
Oh no, I don't think. I think I'd have to like force it past the landing. Continually roll. No, I think I probably stopped at the second floor landing, since I was so
Okay.
excited.
Where are you? I don't see you. Anyway, I'll
I
stop
don't know
by
where I
you
am on the.
and-
Oh,
Look at all those gift
See.
subs. Thank you, everyone, for.
Hype train.
Let me see. It was.
Ooh, awesome.
Last in through.
Damn.
Configuration
Cool.
Queen gifted a sub to No Quarter. And,
Thank you.
Aridanel gifted some tier subs to the community, which wound up going to B Vargas 78 and Samus Brinstar Z.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Not bad. No quarter. Who's that?
I don't know. Sounds like a loser, right?
Right. So seeing Isol and assuring myself that he's not terribly hurt, I will not do a healing spell on him unless asked. But when we, retire for the night, I will play the Song of Healing again if he needs it, if he wants
Well,
it. I mean,
I'll get
with
up and
2
I'll
points,
just
you can probably just do regular healing.
yeah, I'll healing hands myself. I'll just kind of
Oh,
like
right. I
slap
forgot.
my head, and you see for like a faint second, almost the faint outlines of like ASMR wings start, like just the tips of them are illuminated for a brief second as I healing hands myself, along with like the faintest glow of a halo, and then that's immediately gone, and I just kind of like swat it away. I'm like, huh, gross. Pick up my book.
Okay.
And then,
Alright.
yeah, long rest.
All right.
Into the diving session. How exciting.
By the way, I've been meaning to bring this up the next time we rested. I want to switch out sleep, which is mainly useful against lower level characters, and switch that for Featherfall, which I have a feeling might come in handy sometime in the future.
Okay.
We're not going to climb any big mountains anytime soon. That's crazy.
Before we go, do you want to take watches?
I believe that's always the wisest course of action when we are out. And this isn't exactly the wilderness, but close enough. So, I can take the first watch.
Aesol, do you want to take first or second? I don't mind. One way or the other.
I'm up all night, so I guess forever. Watch. Oh, you mean put down my book and actually? What?
And actually pay attention, yeah.
But that's so boring. I don't want to do that. That's horrifying. I can just put Hemingway up somewhere, and then Hemingway like skitters down, like underneath, out from under my hood, and then like down my leg, and then out to the where the
Window?
harpies were,
Mhm.
and it'll just kind of perch up there on the wall, licking its eyeballs on the outside. There, Hemming was there. He'll let me know if anything is coming from the outside. But I'm gonna read this book about turnips, and I just like slowly turn around and open up the book.
Seriously? You would rather
No.
read a book about turnips? Well,
Well, see, the way it works is if I don't read the thing that's there, I can't get to the next thing. So if I put it off, much like with the crabgrass and various other like bluegrass and the various types of grasses that I learned about
yes, I
and
remember
have
now.
promptly forgotten. If I don't get through them, I can't get to the actually interesting thing that might be on the other side. Granted, the last one was grass and this one is turnips. I'm sure the next one's going to be like rutabagas. I'm not looking forward to it, but I have to do it out of
do you never
curiosity.
skip ahead? Why not skip ahead to the next book or scroll?
I turn the book around, and I think this is the first time I've done this to anyone besides people like looking over my shoulder. Turn the book around. There's like writing all over it. It's very ornate, and like the pages are lined. It's all very very intricate work. And then I like take a chunk of 10 pages and I flip it, and there's nothing there. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. And then I flip it back, but I can't. It's part of the way it works, and I turn it back around.
Well,
So rutabagas, turnips.
perhaps,
There was that love story. That was nice.
Perhaps someday this will come in handy.
There's a deeply pained look in Easel's face. I'm hoping for that. I'm pulling. It did give me other underwater breathing, so it has nice intentions, but I feel like it's just kind of giving me softballs.
Yeah, what exactly is the ratio from things that are useful to, you know, root vegetables.
Well, for every like, I don't know, say 300 to 400 pages that I read, I get a page about elven ruins or the way that old magic used to work or function, but in like a very brief, vague summary. Nothing too fun.
Seems
Still waiting for more.
Seems
than
like a
2
poor ratio, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great, but the deal I made states that at some point something useful will be in here, so I can't not read it. That would be akin to just throwing it away. I mean, I have to at least try, right?
I suppose. Why haven't you gotten rid of it yet?
Well, it happens to be the source of how I can. It's not exactly the source of how I do magic, but it does certainly help with the magic doing. And I love books and I love information, and this has a lot of that, and it is a book. So I guess that's why. I don't. It's also very expensive looking, and I'm scared of losing it because I've done that a lot. If I don't keep it chained to me, I'm afraid I'll leave it in places. So that's why the chains, and I kind of hold up one of the slacks of chains that I have wrapped around me that links to the book.
Sort of like all those books you left back in Fandolin.
Yes. Well, also those were mostly about turnips and potatoes and various other veg and gardening advice. I have a maybe this only draws from the books that I own, and maybe every book I own adds more to this book. Oh no, what have I done?
Oh, that would be unfortunate.
I slowly close the book. Okay, I'll take first watch.
All right.
Roderick will take, because of a trance, Roderick will take a second or third watch.
Yep.
Yeah, me and Roderick will take second.
All right. Well, your rest will pass by uneventfully. By the time your rest is done, the storm has also basically passed. There's still a little gloomy, and it will have been evening. It'll still probably be before dawn, but it's the air outside will be kind of chilly and damp, and you can tell that there's cloud cover. You can't really see any stars, but the storm is gone.
Okay.
As we are on our watch, I'll go over at Roderick and go, Roderick, you want to tell me all your deepest, darkest secrets?
Not fair.
I know exactly what this is. He'll look at you and go, and that's it.
Yes, yeah, that's what I thought. And I'll just go back to watching.
He's like cleaning a knife. He's cleaning his shocking dagger and then like also flipping it at the same time.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So in the morning, when we all wake up and we're, getting our breakfast together and stuff like that, I'm going to mention I've been thinking, I wonder if the dragon truly is the greatest threat to this region. We've been having a lot of trouble with these cultists. Who knows what would have happened if that heart had kept beating and the green glow had spread. And we've been fighting quite a few of these lightning cultist magic users, and they seem to be, their influence seems to be growing in the land. And a lot of the orcs and things that came into this region came because they had been driven from elsewhere. What if the dragon got driven here from elsewhere? I mean, the worst, I realize he killed one of your friends, but the last encounter, he just took a cow from the town. Is he really our greatest threat?
I'll put down a paperback book. I read a bit in a tactics manual that I found some years ago. one of the things that you can do to capitalize on a threat is to use it as an opportunity. And the way I've been looking at it is this cult of what seems to be rather incompetent lightning people use this opportunity to, I guess, piggyback on the dragon's maliciousness and start to overtake the area. But now that you say that out loud about something chasing the dragon here, that's infinitely scarier than my whole thing, because we have stopped the lightning people. They're kind of dead. I don't remember. Talos? Yes.
Talos.
That was it. I don't want to fight something that scares the dragon. And I feel kind of bound to do it if we do end up defeating the dragon.
Well,
Because really, I mean, the point of defeating the dragon is to, at least for, and I look over at Malik and Roderick, there's a bit of an avenging story there, but it wouldn't feel complete if we didn't, finish the job. The thing that chased the dragon here is then really to blame. I'll just kind of sit with that and go completely silent.
well, it may be something to bear in mind.
Nod
Just
a little
a
bit.
possibility. It might have just not had enough territory where it was and decided to move. Maybe there were too many older dragons around where it was living, and so it left the Eyrie as it would be.
Do dragons bully each other? Is that like a playground thing? I mean, I got bullied a lot. I could certainly understand where the dragon would get bullied. If it's like a smaller dragon.
The large
Maybe it
and
liked books.
powerful often tend to bully the smaller and weaker, unfortunately.
Wait, are we fighting a small and weak dragon? That's the small and weak one.
I don't know. I'm just wondering about the larger situation here. It's probably the biggest thing we'll face. Probably.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping that the dragon is the ultimate evil and that we slay it and become heroes everywhere and they just hand us books. I mean, money. I mean, books?
Why not both? Books and money.
You can have both? Yes, yeah, both.
So I made omelets for everybody. I found some harpy eggs over there.
That's kind of cannibalistic, isn't it?
Easel just takes a completely unseasoned plate of egg and just is eating his with like staring at the book, like trying to keep it all balanced at the same time.
I can't do it. I eat some trail rations.
Wait, how does that bother you? It's a half bird, half person, and you're a cat.
I don't eat people. I don't eat sentient creatures. I
The joke there is if you should try, they're delicious.
I don't eat thinking creatures.
All right, that's fine.
To each his own.
This gets into the whole thing with my family. I don't want to talk about this right now. We need to focus on the dive.
All right, sounds good.
And I'll season mine with some adobo.
I kind of wolf it down as I'm reading, and then I put the plate down, and then I look up. Wait, where did you get the eggs from?
Well, they were harpy eggs.
Oh, no. Well, I've eaten them, so we can't really go back on that.
They're quite good, if you ask me. I mean,
I don't really pay attention to food taste. That's gonna haunt me a little bit, I think. I'll have to think about this one for a while. Right, I'll just immediately call Hemingway back over, and then send him up on Roderick. That way I can have touch on both Roderick and Malik when we get ready for that.
Okay. That was an interesting diversion.
Gotta have a bit of it every time.
A little dark.
Digressions are us.
Little dark.
Hey, these are the real questions when it comes to fantasy worlds. Is eating a harpy egg really morally bad? That's the next level of meat eater versus vegetarian, I think.
All right. So what's your plan for getting into the shipwrecks?
Well, I think first we're gonna go over here, right?
Yep.
Because they're down this way. That one.
Correct.
How steep is this? Is this like a thing that we could feather fall off of, or is this a thing that they can climb down?
Oh, cliff face, cliff face, cliff face.
Because the harpy slid, but they didn't slide like a crazy amount, and it was able to stabilize at like the shore. I'm just trying to think about when we pull the boxes back out, what would make the most amount of sense? Because you can't feather fall back up, so
Right. Yeah.
Sadly, it doesn't work that way. It's not fly.
that would be amazing. I think I get fly next. Oh wait, I think I could have gotten fly. Dang it.
I think it's a 3rd level spell.
Oh, I have gaseous form. Is that a touch spell? Yes. Okay, we're in. No, that I still only have the 2 spells that I can cast. Never mind. It's invisibility and major image, or invisibility and gaseous form to get you out.
Right, but can I carry a chest in gaseous form?
I believe it's everything that you're holding. That's a DM rule. That's not. I have no clue where that falls.
Yeah, I think Shadowed would have to rule on that one.
So as far as that cliff face there, about every square down to the water is about a 10-foot drop.
Oh, shit.
So that's pretty steep then.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess then DM question. I think at some point, you said that I could get variant rules for the warlock about changing spells on rest, or is that on level up? Because I could get fly, technically,
Okay. Hold on. Let me double check.
but I don't want to. I can work around this puzzle. I love puzzles. This is great. I'm sure we have rope somewhere, but just for the magic is easy and nice and fun.
Yeah, that is true. I do believe I have some rope.
Because I can also just major image a giant cube of blood, essentially in the water that smells like blood to the shark, and have it constantly in that area trying to search for whatever is there.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
that,
have to be corporeal.
That
that
makes
way-
sense to me.
You guys would have max time, but then I couldn't help with you getting extracted. I would just be your invisibility in, and then the blood in the water.
Yeah, the advantage is that should really attract all of the sharks in the water, not just dagger maw.
Yeah.
So, it's not like we'd be just attracting dagger maw, and then there would still be regular sharks. It really should take.
Whoop. Camera down.
Hang on.
Spell versatility. When you finish a long rest, you can replace one spell that you've learned from Pact Magic with another spell from the Warlock spell list.
From Pact Magic. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think I'm going to keep it with major image anyway, since it seems like it's going to be more handy, but that's good to know for the future puzzles.
Yeah, and I have 50 feet of rope.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
so if it's like
Also?
30, yeah, it's like 30 feet down. So
See if I have any rope.
I think it's more like 40, but yeah, okay.
I don't think I have any spells at all that are useful.
I guess it depends on where exactly you're looking at.
I have 2 charges left on the robe of snakes. I can make 2 snakes and have them bite each other, and then bite the rope, And give it some extension. No, that's not okay. Yeah, that's fair. seems a little insane. Yeah, now that I say it out loud, fine.
I don't
Fair
have
enough.
a rope listed in my possessions.
I don't know if
Oh,
I think Roderick would have rope, but I don't know where to look up
yeah.
for equipment here.
I mean, I would think he'd have a grapnel or something.
Yeah, I think rogues get rope with their starting equipment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the thievery. I think it's both in the thievery and dungeoneering pack that you'd pick up. Because with 100 feet, we can dip that bad boy right down into the water and make sure it's tied off like inside on the pedestal or something
Yeah.
I mean,
for maximum security.
the 50 foot of rope would be able to get you like tied to something, then just down to the water's edge.
Oh, with only the one? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's 40 feet down, so I have 50 feet of rope.
Well, it might be a good idea to do the two because we're gonna have 2 people going down and 2 people bringing up a chest, right? So that makes it. I mean,
That's true.
I don't know what's easier or not easier. I know in real life it would be easier to have 2 ropes instead of 1, but I don't know what it is in D&D mechanics. So
Yeah, maybe I'll tie one off, and then Roderick can tie his off.
that seems like a good idea. As we get up, I ritually cast underwater breathing on everyone, so everyone has it, and that lasts for 24 hours, and that's a freebie.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, I guess I still have the sword and the coral statue, unless someone wanted to take them from me. I handed over to, because it's half movement for swimming, unless you have proficiency in it. Who should take that?
I don't know. We're both pretty quick.
Oh, Roderick can bonus action dash, so I'll give you the statue
Okay.
because he should still be able to keep up with you.
Do I have to attune to it?
Yes.
Then give it to Roderick.
Okay. Roderick's gonna be like a lightning bolt in the water then.
That's fine.
Yeah. Roderick will probably just sit down and immediately attune to it as we all kind of get ready, tie ropes up.
So I'll pull Roderick aside and say, so this is my plan, right? We go down there and I'm going to grab the chests, right? I have a trick so I can know exactly where they are, so I can just go straight to them, grab them, and then pull them back up. What I want you to do is just watch my back, and if anything shows up, just take it out real quick, right?
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what else to do on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Isel's gonna hear that and point out, you're both going to be invisible. You understand that, right? You won't know where each other are.
Honestly, Aesel, I think maybe we can get down there quick enough and get back up. I don't think you have to waste a spell doing it.
How about I'm going to do something. I'm going to change Hemingway here into an icky, gross, disgusting octopus and leave him with Roderick. If you get into trouble, just go over to Roderick. I'll get the signal from Hemingway, and then I'll cast invisibility through Hemingway to help you guys out. It's a laugh. Yeah.
That sounds like a plan, yeah.
Excellent. And then I'll spend the hour recasting Find Familiar, I guess, in this preparatory phase here as we're getting ready for like the sun to come up and all that stuff, to turn him into an octopus and then like kind of very daintily hold him and put him on Roderick's shoulder. Ugh, that's horrifying. Sorry, I'll just pat its head real quick. You're gross now though. You'll be back to a lizard soon enough. Sorry, that's my own personal feelings leaking in here. I can't help it. I just can't. I can't turn that off.
Okay. All right. So down you go.
So
Ropes.
ropes tied off, all that stuff. We are getting ready to go, and right before we go, I am going to cast Locate Object.
And I provide bardic inspiration on both of you.
Where is it they're going again? Is it down here?
It's the two southernmost ships.
Okay. Then I'm going to 120 feet away. I'm going to cast the major image up there of just a giant thing of blood when they enter the water.
And I'm just keeping watch as well as I can. I don't think there's anything else I can do.
The nearest object of a particular kind. Okay. All right. That is useful. Okay.
Right.
So, are you trying to be stealthy in the water, I guess, basically?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Are
definitely.
you gonna pass without trace?
I don't know if I can with. Hold on a
Oh
second.
yeah, yeah. I think locate object is concentration.
It is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just keep the invisibility as the backup plan then.
Yep. Okay. All right. So I'll need stealth checks from
Yeah, Locate Object is concentration.
from Malik and Roderick.
Could they possibly get advantage due to the giant pool of blood I've sent over there?
That's
I'm
from
trying.
your like major image, is it?
Yeah, major image is gonna do like this area up here, and it's gonna be what is it? It's a
Okay. How long ago did you do that?
I'm doing that right as they're going to enter.
Okay. Yeah. So like when you do that, you can actually see faint movement underwater, like head off in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, concentration for 10 minutes. So I'm concentrating on that spot and it's like just chum disgusting grossness because it can smell and I don't know if you get taste. I think that'd be a little weird if you can taste the air, but yeah, you definitely smell at least of that, and then to kind of help them out.
Okie dokie. All right. I still would like stealth checks. I guess at advantage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Holy crap! A 26
That's
and
what
a
I'm talking about.
25. Look at
Not
that.
bad.
There you go.
All right. Where are my sharks? Just make sure that they are. Yeah, they are trying to figure out what the heck is going on with this blood and chum that seems to kind of be there, and they're circling around and investigating it, and they're distracted up there.
Smells real good.
All right.
Is there like any type of kelp bush that Roderick can immediately zoom to?
Kelp bush.
I don't underwater things, man. I don't know. Is there a thing that Roderick can go and like hide behind?
Well, the wreckage of the ship.
Yeah, he'll go and he'll do that as Malik swims down because he can move 40, 80, 120 around.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean like there's let me ping right there, kind of like this still partial wall part section of the wreckage of this ship that's kind of he can hide behind, I guess. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll keep a lookout, and if he'll stay on alert, and if anything looks like it's heading towards Malik, he'll zoom after Malik, and then grab him, and then they'll like tap Hemingway on the head, and that'll warn me, and I'll cast invisibility.
Okay.
For
That
my
all checks out.
perception, I am occasionally looking up to see if harpies are flying at us, and I'll also look to the mainland to see if anyone might be coming this way, evil Tular priests or whatever. But mostly I'm just watching the water to see if anything is heading back from the Cube O blood toward the shipwrecks where our friends are.
Okay. You're not spotting anything kind of around at first. Like the sharks still seem to be detected up there, and there's no sign of the harpy or anything else currently. Malik will start then kind of swimming around the wreckage of the ship. Give me a perception, or well, actually, you kind of know exactly where you're heading for, then,
Yep.
because you've got locate object.
Yeah, and I got to go to this one first and then this one. Only because this one will ping first, because it's since I haven't seen the object, it'll just give me like it'll give me the closest object that I'm trying to locate.
All right. Yeah, so you are able to, through locate object, know that kind of like right down below, right in kind of this space here, on some like disintegrating boards of the ruin of the shipwreck, there is this kind of like black oak chest with like gold metal on it, and it has like this like heavy metal lock on the front of it.
I'm gonna grab the whole chest and see if I can just take it with me.
Okay. The chest will be about 15 pounds.
Okay.
But I think you can, like, I mean, yeah, I think you're able to, like, easily lift that and kind of, like, swim with it. You'll be a little slower, I guess, swimming with it than you would be normally. And I need to do what's major image.
Yeah, because from there I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take that back to the shore, and then I'm gonna head for the one over here.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. I don't mean to brag, but I think we got this kind of in the bag. That's what I'm going to say to jinx it right now.
Wow, those sharks are dumb.
That's right. They got no brains. Walnuts up there.
Yeah, so like they just kind of like keeps like swimming around trying to like mouth at like what appears to be like the blood and chum, and then they seem like a little confused, but like they're not able to successfully identify that it's an illusion.
They're sharks. What do they know what an illusion is? It's great. Wow. My hatred of the ocean is paying off. I've always thought of magical ways to deal with it, and now I'm here.
I just want to make sure where it is.
So I can get right there in one turn. Bye.
Get how far? There? Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
You're good there. Sharks are still distracted. So locate object. So that will ping off up here in this corner of the wreckage.
All right. I'll go there. I'll grab that one.
Okay. So, this is a lighter colored wood. It almost looks like almost white, like it's almost kind of like a cream colored wood, and it has like a silver metal on it with a big heavy kind of like just looks like an iron lock on it.
So the first one was dark wood with gold,
Yeah.
and this one is light wood with silver.
Yes.
All right.
And this one seems to be a little lighter. Maybe only about 10 or 12 pounds.
All right. I'll grab it and start heading my way back.
Sharks.
I can probably get there in one turn.
Okay. Sharks are still distracted. You're good.
This worked way better than
And
I thought it was.
I can get probably there on my next turn, so I'm almost out of the water.
At that point, Roderick will come over and help.
What's your spell save DC there, Isol?
Mine is... Hold on. 15? 15.
Those sharks don't have a chance. At least with the numbers I keep rolling. Yeah. All right. You'll basically be good to get out of the water with both those chests.
Sweet. So yeah, I'll move over to my thing.
Roderick, you want to take this light covered silver one. I'll take the other one.
Now for the fun part. You get to make athletics checks to try and scale back up the cliff.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's see here.
Could they throw the rope up for me to help them?
Can Roderick start just flipping around and do athletics instead? Can he just do like a front flip up?
I'm pretty sure I remember that climbing is specifically athletics.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just,
Yeah.
you gotta ask.
Yeah. Now, if you fall, your acrobatics might come into play.
Mm-hmm.
Any advantage because of the rope, or is this just straight up good luck?
Mm,
Well, you do have the bardic inspiration if needed.
okay. I would also say it'd be like a +2 for
Okay.
climbing with the rope.
He needs it because he's a -1 in athletics. So.
Oh no!
Yeah. So we're gonna roll that bardic.
That's a 1, folks.
And add that +2. Okay, so a 9.
And I got a 22.
Shouldn't that be a 10 then if it's... Oh, no, you added the +2 in there.
Yeah, no, I added the +2.
Okay.
I tried to squeeze every bit that I could out of it.
So Roderick struggles to find some purchase on the cliff face and is like basically just like standing there like holding the rope and holding like the chest under like one arm, and he's like trying to like find like footholds, and he's like, I can't do it. Meanwhile, Malik is just like zipping up the cliff face.
I was gonna say, how far up does that 22 get me?
Like halfway.
So like there.
Yeah.
All right. Can I? No, I can't do that because that means I gotta. Yeah, no, I'll just keep going to the top.
Okay. Not some more athletics checks for me then, please.
Oh boy. Okay, all right. We got above a 10. We made it.
Yeah.
Full stable.
Yeah, you're good. All right, so Malik makes it back up to the top, and now Roderick's kind of halfway up.
Can Roderick take all of his cunning actions to just make like scramble to the top?
I was gonna say, can I grab this side of the rope and just pull him up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. In that case, then you're able to like pull Roderick up, and then like the combined efforts of you two are able to get him back up to the top.
I'll scoop Hemingway off his shoulder real quick, and then disapparate him. Because I don't know how long octopi can survive on land. Probably a while. I don't know. Ocean stuff.
So
I've seen videos of them crawling on the land, so
It's
for a
horrifying.
while.
They read books.
Are you keeping the illusion, the major image of that blood and chum still up, or are you dismissing it now?
I mean, I have 10 minutes. I'll just leave it there. Or actually, no, I'll leave it there. I might as well. I don't know if we need anything else. I don't know if like another locate object will ping. But for right now, I'll leave it there.
How far is your Crown of Greed range?
60 feet.
Oh, it's 60?
Yeah.
But I don't think that would reach anything from here. It would reach like...
It would reach the 2 chests.
Yeah.
So unless
yeah,
you,
you know what?
want to take a little swimming trip and do the Crown of Greed, I'm afraid that'll be it.
Oh no, because it's like 40 feet down. No, it's not gonna. It's not really gonna reach anything. It'd like get to here before not having any luck.
I mean, let's go ahead and count our blessings.
I'll detect magic on the chests real quick though, and see if they're magically trapped.
No traps, like no magic on the chests themselves. So they just appear to be like normally locked, but inside the white and silver one, with detect magic you're using the detect magic, right? Yeah. So detect magic would definitely reveal that there is a potion of some kind inside that one. And then inside the other one, the black and gold one, there is a wand-shaped object and a book-shaped object.
Ah.
I immediately go over to the darker chest. I'm like, oh, it's this one. This is the one. Roderick will start inspecting for traps, I guess. I don't.
Sounds like a good plan.
Is that
Alright.
investigate?
A good thing to do.
Yeah, investigate. So
I'll
like
do both.
one for each.
Yeah.
All right. There seem to be no traps. They just seem to be locked.
All right, I guess he'll go about unlocking them then.
So then that's thieves' tools. Down at the bottom left of the character sheet.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. So which one were you having Roderick do first?
I don't know. I'm gonna leave that discretion up to you. Isol was very keen about the darker one, or not the lighter one. I don't know
Wait,
how Roderick would react to that.
You did tell him to open up the darker one with the book in it first.
Yeah,
You said it's that one.
Okay.
I didn't tell you guys what was in either of the chests. I saw the book and I was like, oh, it's this one. This is the one.
All right. So Roderick's able to pick the lock on the darker colored chest, and he cracks it open. It was like a watertight seal on it, and so then
Excellent.
it reveals this kind of like soft velvet cushion inside the chest, and on it lies a wand and a leather-bound book with magic like runes on its cover.
You see Isol visibly twitch to not jump on it, and then slowly bend down. Oh, this looks interesting. And he gives everyone kind of like a big eye. Does anyone mind if I pick this up?
Should we wait till the other chest is open, and then cast Identify on everything?
Yeah. No, that sounds right.
And so
Just kind of look at the book from afar.
Roderick turns his attention to the other chest. He starts working at it, and he's like, "Ugh, this lock should have been easier than the other one, but it's given me a bit of trouble. It must be something stuck in the lock or something." Make another thieves' tool check on that one for me, please.
All right. I will give him guidance, adding a D4. I forgot I could do that on my character.
Well, that's
Wow.
handy.
I just wanted to double check. Yeah, no. I was like, why would I pick a character without guidance? It was so good. Thieves' tools. $15.
15? 15 is
Yep.
enough. All right,
Made it.
so he's able to pick the lock this time, and the lock opens the chest, and strewn about the bottom of the chest is a bunch of coins. It would be 120 EP. That's
Oh,
Electrum, yeah. 120
You see
Electrum
Roderick
I
coins.
think
visibly
it's worth
twitch.
half of gold, if I recall correctly.
And also 6 pearls that are actually have been inside a black silk pouch. But then also there is a vial containing a dark brown viscous substance that sometimes seems to have kind of like a green vein in it.
Certainly wouldn't want to drink that without an identifier.
Right, should we head into the other room and then I can sit down and slowly identify all of these?
Okay.
Yes.
I snatch the book of the wand up. I walk into the other.
How much electrum was it?
120.
120 electrum and
120.
6 pearls.
Yeah, each of those pearls would be worth 100 gold each.
Nice.
So that's 30 electrum apiece.
If we
And 2
divide it up.
pearls each. Well, no, not 2, because we're 4 people here.
I didn't play any music.
Oops.
A little late now. But all right. So it will take like what? That's
30 minutes?
30 minutes for you to
Yeah, if
identify
I'm doing
all
them.
3 of those things.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that half hour, you are able to figure out that the wand is a wand of secrets.
Ooh.
Never heard of that.
So that
That's
one.
fun.
Yeah, what does that do?
So that is, it has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. The wand regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Fun. I got that in the Amber Temple last time I used it, and it was great there.
And so the book is a spell book containing some spells that
Yes. Any ritual spells?
let me see
Yo, what we
here.
got?
Probably nothing that's actually probably of interest to you, because it will be blur, charm person, comprehend languages,
That one might be original?
hold, yeah, it is,
Yes.
hold person, mage armor, sleep, and spider climb.
Man, there's some good spells in there.
Well, I can learn comprehend languages out of that, at least.
I think
Don't you already have that? Oh no, you have tongues,
I
right?
thought you already
Okay.
had something along those lines.
So I know tongues, but if I get comprehend languages instead, I can remove tongues and replace it with another spell. Because I can learn infinite rituals, but I have a very short spell list.
Ah, right. Okay.
So the more
Okay,
rituals
how
I get,
about
the more I can
the
replace.
potion.
And the potion, well, is actually a vial of basilisk blood.
There it is.
Ah,
Nice.
so we can probably use that somehow as an ingredient for the
Yep,
to restore the stoned people to flesh.
that is
We'll have to go back
correct.
to the dwarven place for the potion lady. Or no, she stayed where she was, right?
They were like basically trying to convince Adabra to go with them to Axholm when you were leaving.
Right. We can check at
Right,
Oxholm and then
last
walk
I
up.
heard, they hadn't changed her mind yet, but they were still working on her.
Yeah, she was basically shouting something about, "I survived a damn manticore. You think a dragon's gonna get me to leave?"
All
All
right.
right. So those are
We
those
did it.
things. Do you share your findings, Isol?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna tell when everyone is done. I'm gonna tell them about each one.
Okay.
I'll be very disappointed with the book, but I'll be like, I can at least use something out of here. We can take turns learning things out of it, or I don't know.
It's just spells, right?
Yes, it's spells.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a use for that. It's not like I can really learn spells from a book. I get it more from, nature.
Yeah, like I've seen you cast things. It requires some type of scientific knowledge about how to craft it out of the ether and the weave. Like, you just. This helps. And I hold the spell book.
Right, no, I understand that it helps you.
It helps everyone. This is how you understand how it works.
Yes, I will look at it with interest and see if I can adapt any of those to my own repertoire as it is. Right, well done, Isol. Thank you for figuring these things out, especially the basilisk blood.
Hopefully, this will lead to some type of way to unstone them, or something.
Hopefully. Right. We should hopefully be able to find someone who can help us figure it out.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure we could go ask Adabra. But I'm pretty sure if we just put that on the solid people, it will cure them.
Well, it doesn't hurt to swing up through Axholm, and because it's kind of on the way, and then up to Adabra, and then up to the Manse.
Yes. Yes.
It's all
This
one.
sounds good.
We can see how they got on without us, which I suspect was very poorly.
Right, yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, I could just ask right now.
And I'll pull out the sending stone.
Oh, yeah.
Harbin, did everybody make it to Axholm? All right.
I'm bracing for terrible news.
I hope
Everyone
not.
dead. I don't know how to run town.
Just double checking on something here.
Oh no, he's not answering. That means everybody's dead. The
Oh, that
dragon
you-
killed everyone in the town.
It means you need to shout into it, I believe. You need to really project into the stone.
Well, I would, but
Just
I'm at
talk
my house
louder, yeah.
at this time, not like usual when I'm at the studio and my kids are upstairs sleeping. Otherwise, I would yell.
Whoa, you have kids?
So yeah, it takes a moment, but then like all of a sudden like Harbin's like startled voice like echoes inside your head like saying like, "Oh, sorry, all of a sudden, like I like heard you in my head, and like I dropped what I was like fiddling with, and like it was very like it was very surprising, and then it took me a moment to realize what was going on. But yes, we all made it down to Axholm. Had to deal with a couple sturges up in some chimneys, but yeah, we're all fine here.
Great, good on you.
And I'll put the stone away.
Are you not going to ask about Adabra, or?
No, she probably stayed at her house.
Oh,
Her
okay.
windmill. Or what it, right? It was a windmill she lived in, right?
I could tell from your facial expressions how annoyingly afraid he sounded. So
Oh, yeah, no.
I understand not wanting to talk to him again.
All of my eye rolls were for good reason.
There were 6. I counted.
Yeah. I'm surprised it was that few.
It was a very short amount of time. I don't think you understand. It was a lot. It looked like you were having, I don't know, some type of fit. So, I guess to Adabras then.
Yeah, it sounds good to
Max
me.
home first.
Oh, yeah, we can check. It is a safe place to sleep, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, what is first? What is closer? Axholm or Adabra?
Where's my map?
I'm pretty sure it's Axholm, and then north of it is Adabras, and then north of that,
Yeah.
up into the
I
forest
think
is
we
the
went
manse.
pretty much west to get here. From Axholm.
There it is. Okay, so Adabras is like practically due east of here, and then Axholm is like east southeast. So it would actually be Adabras would be you could get there first before
Okay.
Axholm.
Well, it's still a place
Okay.
to sleep.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That's-
I can get you over to that map, actually. Why don't I just do that? Where is...
Yeah, because this is still like very early morning that we got all of this done.
Yep. Sword Coast.
Speaking of all the things we just picked up, does anyone else want to hold the longsword +1 with Minor Frostbrand, or is this something that's just going to hang on Easel's back? Very out of place for a while.
I mean, I'm not proficient with the longsword. I need something like a rapier.
If we are going
so
up
I
into the
won't be
mountains,
taking it.
I feel like it's going to be a glorified torch. So at least that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I don't think we should just sell it off or something.
I think
Yeah.
Roderick would probably pipe up saying that he'd take it.
Mhm.
I'll sling it over his back. Here you go. Have
Yeah,
fun.
I would absolutely agree that he should take that, and I'll look down at my side with the 2 swords down here, and then I'll look at my back with the scimitar on this side, and the Dragon Slayer sword on this side, and the shield on this side, and holding the bow on this side, and be like, yeah, no, I think the weapon should go to somebody else. I don't think I have any use for it.
Roderick has like the 3 daggers down the front, and the scimitar, and a short sword, and a longbow, and looks at you and is like, and then slings another long sword across his back. I look at all this. I hand the sword off to Roderick. I'm like, oh, my chains really don't seem like that much of a burden, honestly. All these weaponries.
Bro, proficient with longswords. There you go. So, yeah. He would definitely use that.
As for the Wand of Secrets, I mean, it's a fun toy that Issa would definitely play with, but I don't mind. I have so many magical things. Grace? Roderick? Malik?
No.
Anyone? Okay.
Bueller.
All right.
Bueller.
I'll find all the chaps. It'll be fine. See, the problem, I'd love to sell magical stuff, but I'm still new enough to D&D where I want to use all of the magical stuff that I get.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it doesn't work for my character, it's like, oh, Wand of Secrets? What do you mean I have magic vision and can see it anyways? That's not... I'm going to use the Wand of Secrets. What are you talking about? I think I still have the Wand of Pyrotechnics just in case we come in contact with the dragon again so I can shoot it in its face.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know, man.
There is a wand of pyrotechnics. We still haven't used the best item that we've got yet, though.
Yeah,
Nobody has. The cloak of billowing is
Oh.
obviously the greatest magic weapon, magic item that we have.
I fully agree with that. I've
been practicing with it. I haven't had really an audience that would deserve it, but
Every time you're on
I've been
watch by
checking it
yourself.
out, seeing how I can flourish it while I sing and that kind of thing.
Well, and
I mean,
actually,
as the entertainer, I think it would be best with you.
Right. I just don't usually wear it. I usually keep it in my pack when we are adventuring and in rough weather and that kind of thing, and only bring it out once in a while in good weather.
just to mention, the crab did say that there were other items in some of the other shipwrecks, but if you just want to ignore those, like whatever that other cloak and that axe was.
Oh, I thought he thought it was a sword or an axe. I didn't realize there was a sword and an axe out there.
Well, yeah, he was kind of maybe not clear in what he was saying, but I think that was kind of he knew that he had seen things down there, but you had asked him to get the sword and the statue.
I guess we would have a conversation real quick about anything else down there. Isol has a book, though, got a magic book, and is really, I mean, even if it's a spell he doesn't want, elated. So he's kind of out. Like, whatever you guys want to do. He's flipping through the pages.
Well, some magic cloaks certainly are very useful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have an interest in the axe. I don't think any of us could use it.
No, none of us wield axes.
Yeah, now the cloak could be powerful, but do we want to risk it?
Oh, if we take another break, I can do the whole blood thing again.
Would we have to wait another whole day?
Oh, no, I can do it in about an hour. Well, about 30 more minutes.
And I can still breathe underwater for how long?
24 hours. Well, okay, 18 hours. 19? 20 hours. How long have we been up?
Yeah, 2 hours probably.
All right, so 22 hours I can breathe underwater.
And Hemingway is still a disgusting octopus, so that plan is still in motion.
I thought you changed them back.
Well, if you don't
No,
mind, then I'm
I have to recast the
curious
spell.
about that cloak.
Oh.
Yeah, I am too. Mm.
Well, the rope's still tied up. Shall we do it again?
I vote yes.
Well, it's an easy vote for you. You're staying up here.
I'll go. Well, no, because you've got the water breathing spell.
We all do, to be fair.
Okay.
If that makes it
So it
easier.
was invisibility that you could only do 2 people for.
Invisibility is 2 people, but it's wherever Hemingway is, and Hemingway is an octopus, so anyone who goes underwater will get it as a last resort.
Well, I'm willing to make the dive this time. If I don't have to open any chests or whatever, that I'm willing to make the try.
Roderick will
All right, well, if you're
mention
going to
something
go,
about climbing.
then I'll definitely go with you. Just in case there's something heavy down there, I have these gloves that make me pretty strong.
Okay, let's do it then. I don't think you need to switch the map back, do you? Or do you want to, Shadow?
Daggerball sounds pretty bad, so I think it might have to, just in case something goes terribly wrong.
Okay, all right.
So basically, yeah, I'll switch it back.
I'm basically going to move the the blood over to a completely different section,
Yeah.
not anywhere around them, where they could easily so it'd be like out here, well, out here more on this side. So it'd be far enough away for them to enter and exit the water safely, while also getting over to those wrecks.
Sorry, can you just explain that to me again?
Yeah, so I would create the major image of the blood in the water, because they're going up here to these wrecks this time.
Yeah.
I'd put it like way down here,
Okay.
so they would have, because they have to enter and exit the water from here where the ropes are.
Right.
So I would do that instead. I just don't. I can't make shapes on the map as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh, can
okay. Or
I? Because I would do that.
you probably can, but I understand the gist.
I'd make it a lot easier. Would just be like, hey, this area has blood in it.
Yep.
Oh, Roderick will also hand the swimming thing over to Grace.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could attune to it while we take the remainder of the short rest to get my spell slots back.
Okay.
We're going off this side this time to this wreck.
Or well, Issa was saying that you were kind of leaving the ropes where they were, but
Yeah, if we have the rope still here, I mean, it's still easy to get down to here and then just swim up and over if I have like a big chum pile way out this way on the...
Way to the north. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you guys can slip out to the north and still get back, unless you guys are carrying something crazy heavy.
Yeah, which I
Right.
mean, it's going to be a
Which
cloak,
hopefully
so
we're not.
yeah, it's not going to be bad.
And if worst comes to worst, I can either gaseous form or invisibility you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put... I'll hold out my hands and Hemingway will apparate into it as an octopus. Who wants to take him? He's
I
super
will.
gross, so speak up. Okay, here we go. And I'll just like scoot him off onto your shoulder. Oh, gross, and wipe my
You
hands
can
off.
probably cling to my fur pretty easily.
I'll lean over to
patches on.
Isla. I'll lean over to Isla and go, I was waiting for her to say that she would take him.
It's like lightly slimy, even though it's not really. It's weird. It's
Yeah,
like
it's weird. Yeah,
it's like gross butter. I hate it.
right. Yeah.
okay. So you will do the image, which will major image, which will attract the sharks.
Yep.
And the sharks are still massively stupid.
Good for us.
I solved the shark puzzle.
Yeah, I think you kind of broke this.
I did it.
I don't think this was designed for that.
I think this is
that possibility.
I think this is why a lot of DMs are like, major illusions, man. You gotta calm down a little bit. I can't. It says smell. I gotta abuse it.
Yep. All right. So now Grace is going diving off to try and find things. So Grace does
That's
not
right.
have locate object. So, but she
I'm
has.
just gonna have to swim around and look, I guess.
Okay.
Roderick's gonna take up the Grace position of taking out the bow and keeping an eye out.
All right.
All right, and I have the coral statue, right? So I can
Yeah.
swim pretty fast, right?
Yeah, it's 40 feet, and then you can also dash for the 80.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, and I look around inside this ship.
All right. Give me a perception check. Just to
Yep.
determine how long you have to search. All right.
19.
Ooh, nice.
So you're able to notice right away that kind of like right up on the front of the ship that there is this skeleton kind of like almost like partway like leaning over like the edge of the ship, and it has this cloak floating out behind it in the water. And that cloak, do you notice anything special about it? It's very flashy.
Is it another cloak of billowing?
Oh
No.
boy, what can I do with two of them?
You wear one on each side, and then you have them billow up.
That would be sweet.
But
Yeah, pretty sweet.
like it has a very kind of like garish color pattern on it.
Ooh, so maybe it could like hypnotic pattern distract people or something. But I guess that won't help you against drowning. Okay, so I am going to try to gently unclasp and lift away the cloak from the skeleton.
Okay. Yeah, so like it was kind of like clasped around like the cervical spine, the shoulders and neck of the skeleton, but you're able to undo it and kind of like wrap up the cloak, and it doesn't give you much problem at all.
Okay, do I see anything else?
Around the wreckage of this ship, no.
Okay,
Sharks are still dumb as rocks.
Did it. Anything to get one up on the ocean, man. I'll take it in a TTRP. I'll take it in real life anytime.
I haven't seen them roll like above an 11.
This is great.
Jeez.
okay, all right. I bow to the skeleton.
Okay.
And I leave the ship and swim to the next ship and look around.
All right. Another perception to the check then for me, please.
Mhm. Ten.
All right.
So I assume I have to swim around a bit longer.
Yeah. And that means I have to do another shark check. Yeah, doesn't matter. So you do have to swim around a bit to try and find it, but eventually you find kind of lodged in some of the wreckage of the ship back on this side over here, an axe kind of like lodged into the blade of it lodged into the wreckage of the ship. And but on this axe it has like this kind of like weird black veiny look along the blade, and the handle of the axe has like these very kind of like bulbous misshapen parts on it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not turbo cursed.
It looks kind of cursed to me. I am not going to take it. I will study it to try to remember exactly what it looks like, and so I can describe it to Isel later, but I am not going to touch it.
You could wrap it in the cloak.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound great.
No.
So like the thing you would know enough about cursed objects to know that like merely just touching one isn't enough to set off the curse. You would need to actually like try to like use it, or like figure out what it's doing to realize that like it has, or like be able to tell if it's cursed or not. But just kind of like picking it up is not enough to, trigger whatever ill intent it has.
All right. I guess if it's really evil or cursed, the responsible thing to do would be to try to get it uncursed. So, all right, I will wrap the cloak around the haft of the axe and try to pull it free from the wood.
Okay. This wood is soggy and rotten, so like the axe comes free very easily.
Okay. And I will swim back.
Okay.
When you started to speak, I was like, I thought you were going to say, roll wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. And I was like, got him, I guess.
All right. So back.
We going back or we gonna check that last one?
I think there are sharks that way.
No,
Are there not?
the sharks are way off to the southwest, actually.
Oh. Okay, I misunderstood.
You just
Right.
see
In
me
that
from that
case-
little balcony spot, and I'm waving, I got it still.
Right. Okay, then I will hand the cloak-wrapped axe to Roderick and swim up this way.
Well, the sharks actually got 13, 13, and 14, but that's still not enough
Ooh.
to
Ooh,
break
they're getting
through
close.
the
They're getting closer.
illusion.
All right. So the other shit, perception again.
All right. You-
That's a 13.
Yeah, you swim around this shipwreck for like a minute or so, and you really don't see anything of interest on this one. This one must have been like where the crab got the items from.
Okay. I'm gonna book it on back. Past Roderick.
Malik.
Roderick can dash to catch up with me.
Malik.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Malik.
Yeah, Roderick had a scare with the climbing and is
That's
now
right. That's right.
mortified
yes.
to go back
Sorry.
down.
All right, now swimming
All
back.
right. Back.
1, 4, 3. Huh.
Oh my god.
Good, good. We like low rolls from the sharks. All right. Guess I need to climb back up from here.
If I see any movement, I guess it's probably not a good idea to shoot a lightning bolt at it also. Just thinking about that. I was like, what can I do to help? I was like, I have lightning bolts, and I was like, maybe not in the ocean.
Yeah, that'd probably be a bad idea.
I might kill
Yeah.
all of them though.
And I'm not as fast, so I'm only right there.
All right. So you're able to get back to the bottom of the cliff where the rope is, and the sharks are all still just distracted. They are very, very dumb.
All right.
Oh yeah, they actually can't break the DC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't know how useful this spell was going to be. I heard nothing but bad things on various forums. It's been great. I can't recommend Major Image enough. It's so versatile. You can use it for anything. 10 out of 10.
All right, so I have a race characteristic of cat's claws, which gives me a climbing speed of 20 feet. So does that give me any kind of advantage on my athletics check?
Yes. It would be, yeah, advantage or +7, whichever you think you would like more.
I'll just take advantage. Easier to calculate.
Yeah.
19.
All right. Yeah, you're able
Oh,
to-
no.
Yeah. Oh no, Malik. All right, so
You did have bardic inspiration, remember? I don't think you used it before, did you?
I did not. So
Right.
that is a D4.
Mhm.
D8.
No, D8.
Oh, a D8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
7.
that would be a 13.
13, yeah.
All right, yeah. So you're both able to get halfway up without problem.
Yay. All right, and then roll again.
For the other half, be 20 this time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, both of them.
Ooh, nice.
Dang.
Nice.
You're both, so
Hers was a natural 20, though. Mine was a dirty 20.
you're both able to quite agilely and easily scale up the rest of the cliff and get back up to the top
Yay.
and show off to your friends what you found.
You get up there, and I'm like tugging on the rope, trying to help you both get up, but like you've noticed no help come from that, and I'm like sweating. I thought I would try to help. I think I'm gonna throw up. I've been pulling for so hard. I was so long, so hard. Did I help at all?
You did help.
Perhaps.
You
Perhaps, yes.
Thank
you for the effort.
You did well.
Hey, no problem. Anything I can do to help the team? Do you guys do so much? I just thought I'd pay you back a little bit.
Thank you, Isel. Perhaps
But I-
after you have rested for a few minutes, you can try and identify this cloak and also this axe, but I would recommend not touching the axe. I don't like the look of it at all.
Oh, that
Not one
axe looks turbo cursed. Okay, yes. Here, bring it over to here, and I'll set everything up.
I'm just picturing Isel actually saying turbo cursed.
He's a pioneer. Pioneer for slang, clearly.
Yeah, it's not talking. Isel isn't talking about jet technology. It's a diminutive of turbulent. It looks turbulently cursed.
Yeah, turbo cursed. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'll take the 20 minutes to find out what these bad boys do. I have to touch the axe, but I don't have to attune myself to it. There
Okay.
has to be contact of some variety.
While he's doing that, I'm going to gather up the ropes and put them back in my pack and give Roderick his back.
Oh, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the community challenge was met. Thanks to everyone so much for that.
Awesome.
Hey.
I don't know if we'll get a whole lot of new viewers at this hour, but anyway, it's great to have had a community challenge actually get met while we were playing. How about that?
That's pretty awesome. All right, shall I skip to the identifying part? Alrighty here. So we have... Which one are you doing first, Isel?
We'll do the cloak first. The cloak sounds fun. The axe sounds painful.
Yeah. All right, so the cloak of many fashions.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's
Can't wait to see where this goes.
while wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to change the style, color, and apparent quality of the garment.
Wow.
The weight doesn't change. Regardless of its appearance, the cloak can't be anything but a cloak. Although it can duplicate the appearance of other magical cloaks, it doesn't gain their properties. So
Well,
you can
I
make...
guess if we ever have to make a diplomacy check or something, that could come in useful. Like if we visit a court or something. Quite interesting what people will think of to make enchantments of for their clothes.
Here-
And cloaks.
I have a question on that. Like, okay, say for instance, so it's an action, right?
bonus action.
Bonus. Oh, so it's a bonus action. If
Nice.
the dragon was coming, could I make the cloak the same as the ground and then just hide underneath it? What is the extent that I can magic myself out of this cloak? How magical can I make this cloak?
Huh.
I mean, it says fashion, not camouflage.
Yeah, but grass is a fashion. It's not a good one, but it is one.
You're gonna change it into a grass skirt? Is that it?
Yeah, or like a grass, poncho.
I mean, I think you could do it so that like maybe if like someone is like really bad at perception,
Yeah.
they might just kind of skip over it.
It's
but
not
like
gonna be one of those-
but like if you look right at it, it's obviously just like a cloak on the ground.
Yeah,
It's
no,
definitely,
somebody
the
that's
ni-
bad at perception, like dragons.
Yeah, from afar. But it's like it's like the ninja standing there with the the fence cut out, right? But it's a cloak. It would be kind of like you get up close to it and you're like, wow, that's clearly a person holding up a cutout, but far away, it could blend in.
I love it.
All right, I guess we should.
Would you like to carry this cloak, Isel?
Oh, don't mind if I do. And then I twirl it around, and it's immediately a very formal, very clean white cloak. Oh, it just did it on its own. Oh, look at that.
All right, so the axe.
The evil axe.
Is a battle axe of decay. So yeah, it basically has like these kind of like decaying fungal properties, such that you have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the axe. The axe does an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to anything that isn't a construct or undead. And if the targeted creature has previously been injured, it does an extra 4 damage.
So it's not actually cursed.
And it's not cursed.
Still, I am not proficient in axe, and I think axe is probably one of the stupidest weapons to try to wield if you are not proficient in it. So I'm willing to carry this thing and sell it. I am certainly not going to wield it myself.
I'll look at Malik. This is probably better than one of those scimitars that you have, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it looks super gross and icky, and once again, turbo cursed, but it's not. It's just, I'll like poke at one of the pustules on the handle. Super gross. So here you go, bud.
Is it a hand axe or like a battle axe?
So it's a battle axe. So it is
So it's
it's one-handed or two-handed.
Versatile.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 1d8 one-handed, versatile.
Does it have heavy? Could it be part of a dual wield setup?
It's not heavy.
Okay. Great. Oh, I think it needs light. Never mind. It's been a while since they were at the item section.
Arudinel, I disagree completely. Axes are not like sticks. Do not treat them like swords.
Although I like Arv's idea that it stacks into what is that, 1,000,000 d20 extra damage? That's good.
Well, that's just making me think of that One Punch Man anime
Saitama?
D&D stat block that I saw on Twitter the other night. Oh man, that thing was ridiculous.
Averaged 5k damage for Serious Punch. That's the average of the 100d100. That's nuts.
All right. So, you've collected all of the things from the shipwrecks. And
Yes.
so now the next idea is to go find Adabra to try and make sure that you can get something to cure the people at the manse from being in stone form.
Right. That's our next step.
All right. I think then that it's 10 after midnight East Coast time. So we've been going for 3 hours. So that's probably a good stopping point.
Right. Well, if anyone came here from the stream boost that our our successful community challenge just made, sorry there wasn't, a huge amount of action for you to watch, but I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. There's a lot of D&D and other role-playing games that happens on this channel, so give us a follow, and we hope you'll come back again sometime.
Yeah.
I'm
E-
sorry that
uh,
I circumvented all of the
yeah,
battles.
I was just gonna say, Hoodie's character Esol broke everything and like made it so that there was no combat.
Oh no, how terrible. I'm so sorry, but I'm not. But I am, but I know it's more interesting to see people fight stuff, but also like the ocean is full of icky gross things that just want to eat and kill you, or sea bugs, and so like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we sort of had combat when we attacked the horrifying giant pulsating green heart
Mhm.
beating on its own that was doing bad magic, but it didn't fight us back, so kind of a one-sided combat.
Yeah, that was also slightly circumvented, but it was a good way to handle it. So,
Strategic thinking.
yes,
Fireball.
yeah, yeah. So, if I remember correctly, so you're all still level 6, correct?
I think so.
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is correct.
Okay. All right. No level up yet, but there may be one soon in the future.
I get 4th level spells so soon.
That would be awesome, but sure.
Yeah.
It'll
That or a
come.
new invocation?
We
It's something.
definitely want to be level 7 before we face that dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well,
I'm probably going to be level 6 in Ranger. But I might be level 1 in something else.
ooh.
Is it wizard?
Interesting.
It's a wizard,
Yeah.
right? You heard me talking about the book stuff, and you were like, "I'm in."
I'm
Malik is
in.
in.
I want to be wizard now.
Okay. So, let's see. How do we do wrap up stuff here? So, we will go down to Triffid. Triffid, do you have any thoughts on tonight's session? And do you have anything that you would like to plug or anything else going on that you'd like to mention?
About tonight's session. Right, the combat was a bit limited, but I really enjoyed the problem solving and figuring out the best way to, work on these puzzles together to, maximize our skills and do things as safely as possible in this violent fantasy world. So I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the character role play that we snuck in with the dialogue about what's going on with the dragon. Is there something else behind all this? What's the worst thing we're really facing? And the harpy cannibalism and my family that whole issue.
That quick thrown in harpy cannibalism.
Yes, I was very pleased that we got to draw that bit of character development back in.
Well, maybe, hopefully, they were not fertilized eggs.
Maybe
Are harpies
maybe
like
so.
chickens?
That's what I was imagining. I was imagining just like like a regular egg, just big.
So yeah, I had a lot of interesting fun in tonight's session. As for things I'd like to plug, I've had a few more SFF audio podcast discussions of literature coming out, and you can find out more about me on Twitter at PE Matson. Will lead you to my blog where I, make a list of the podcasts and stuff.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you. I guess we'll move on up to Hoodie. I guess, do you have any extra closing thoughts and any streaming stuff that you want to plug or anything else?
I always like playing Easel. It's always a treat. It's so much fun to because I get too bad. It's all the bad indulgences of D&D I don't get to do as a DM. It's great. using major image like that is something I would be very hesitant to allow a player to do because it breaks everything, and it was totally worth it. And because of it and how fun I had as a player, I would now allow this in my game 100% because wow, that's so fun. I can't believe it works so well. I problem solved like an absolute team. It was great. I am streaming Dragon Quest XI-S. It has been going on now for I think 2 years, and it will not be ending for another 5. So I don't know. Come see it at some point. I'll always be streaming it. I'll never stop. On another note, I have a D&D campaign that I DM in, Bounty. Go check it out. All the past broadcasts are there. It's, I don't know, maybe enjoyable. I don't know. I have no idea if it's enjoyable. I hope so. Go check it out. It's on my channel at @noquarter_TV, and that's it for me.
Okay.
That's on Sunday afternoons, right?
Yep. Well, when I can corral all the other people's schedules.
Right. When it happens, it's on Sundays.
Yes.
Scheduling, the greatest enemy of D&D.
Right.
Yes.
2 months with everyone was busy. I was like, how is this possible? On Sunday.
Challenge rating 50.
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
Tarask is like,
Right.
what, 30? All right. Well, thank you. We will move on up to Rakad. Rakad, do you have any closing thoughts of your own and anything else that you'd like to mention or plug?
My closing thought is one of my favorite things that happens during this game is when Hoodie goes, I'm going to do insert ridiculous shit here. And Shadowed goes, all right.
I can't help it. I listen and watch so much D&D stuff, and I get these plans and ideas of like, oh, if this ever happens, I'll have to try it, and then they come up. What am I supposed to do? I have to.
It's my favorite thing when Shadow goes, I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah. That falls within the bounds of things you can do, so I guess you can do it.
Right. But yeah, it was a fun session. It's always fun to, just screw around and make a mess of everything. And what do I have to plug? I have nothing to plug. I think
I've put up something that I was gonna say, but then the chat moved. Rebel Crown on Friday, Dragonholt on Saturday, and a poetry reading, I'm assuming by Brandon O'Brien on Sunday. So
Yeah,
if you're
Brandon
new,
and some friends will be reading some poetry in celebration of his new poetry book, Would You Like to Sign My Tentacle?
which
I
we
believe
have
is releasing Sunday.
which
the
we have a
22nd.
thing for, I believe.
And also, viewers, if you haven't heard of Legacy of Dragonholt and D&D with viewers, that's Saturday, and that's where Arvin will be playing a D&D similar game with, pencil and paper and reading like a choose your own adventure book, sort of. But the chat gets to vote on what actions Arvin will take, or rather his character, Harriet. So do by all means watch. That's going to be fun too.
Mm-hmm.
also thank you, Arv, for spelling tentacle, because I wrote it and it was spelled wrong, and I was like, shit, now I don't know what to do.
All right. So, and I guess I actually won't be around for the ARV stream on Friday because Friday is my birthday, so I will be out celebrating. So
Happy
Nice.
birthday.
yeah, thanks. But I'll be around for probably the Saturday stream. And other than that,
Shadowed is a whole 24 years old.
I'm turning 32 actually. But yeah. Anyway,
I still feel old. Oh god, getting older is the worst. No, it's great. Never mind. You have a birthday coming up. It's great. Getting old is great. So much fun.
It's all right, Hoodie. I'm still the oldest one here, so it's fine.
All right. Well, thank you for the happy birthday wishes in the chat from everyone. Wait. So, Arv, what are you doing? What?
I can announce this then?
I know.
This is your birthday present.
What's coming up?
Huh.
What?
What's getting announced?
What's this?
Something exciting about to happen?
Happening now?
Well,
We're
I-
There's
all
an
eyes.
announcement that there is going to be an announcement.
Yeah.
Everyone,
A pre-announcement announcement.
hold please.
I'm
We-
in.
we need-
So what
Yeah,
are
but
you
music,
doing for your birthday,
please.
Shadow?
I'm in suspense.
So game. After I finish Masks of the Betrayer.
Yeah. Okay. Axiom Verge 2. Ooh,
Ooh,
that
nice.
sounds fun. And then the Saboteur.
Saboteur.
Okay. I think I'm expecting something here.
And do you know what I'm playing next, Shadow?
Is it a fan favorite JRPG
Golden Sun?
from the Game Boy Advance? Yes.
Golden
Yes.
I refuse to touch it. I'm glad someone's taking that.
It's only a 20-hour JRPG. In terms of JRPGs, that's short.
Listen,
Yes.
I've already sunk 120 hours into a JRPG. I'm done forever. It's over.
Is it bad that I've never heard of Golden Sun?
It has one of the most interesting like battle and like class setup systems in like an RPG that I've ever seen. Like
Really?
its whole Jin system is very interesting. Plus, I also like the way that it uses magics and summons, but its Jin system is very cool.
It's the
And
one
it
we have
was
to
a-
sit outside to play it. That's
No,
Golden Sun.
that's Boktai.
No, it's Golden Sun's when we sit outside. Bokhtai's the one that had like 3 sequels.
Ugh. You're doing this just to pester me.
Yeah, every time.
All right. Well, that is exciting, Arv. Thank you.
That's very cool.
Yeah. All right. Well.
I thought it was gonna be Wild Arms.
See, that's what I'm actually looking at.
Well, because Wild Arms, Arvis said that Wild Arms is on the list of games he's going to play in the future.
Mhm.
Since I started watching this channel like 6 years ago.
I think when I started my stream like 7 years ago, I put Journey on my short games list, and I have never played that game ever in my life. So it's been 7 years, and I've played thousands of video games. I don't know, it just happens, man.
How much do I have to donate to get you to play that next after Dragon Quest?
Man, the problem is I have like the Forgotten City and the Outer Wilds up, and I'm like looking forward to those. I should probably. And Journey's got to be like a single stream game, right? I don't know, maybe nothing.
Yeah, it's
I'll look at how
probably
much
like
it is on
a 4-hour game.
You know, that's pretty maybe a good palate cleanser. I don't know. You might have talked me into it. We'll see how it goes.
All right. All right. Well, make sure
Do we
to
want to
check.
do a raid?
Oh, yeah, but I want to go through all of the command things first. So make sure stick around. We will be doing a raid, but we do have make sure to do !Arv things to check out most of Arv's things like the Discord and his website and the Patreon and all that fun stuff. You can do !Arv shop to find the merchandising shop. You can do library for his 5e compatible adventure book Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library, featuring a bunch of content from a bunch of other authors too. You can do !Icarus for information about his graphic novel, award-winning graphic novel, I believe. Yeah. And Greyshade KS for information about the upcoming Greyshade Universe Kickstarter happening end of the month. You can do BLM for Black Lives Matter, because we want to continue to assert and affirm the importance of Black lives in our communities, and !Help Now for mental health assistance and suicide prevention resources, because Lord knows sometimes like we all need those sometimes, I'm pretty sure. So I know I have myself. I won't speak for others, but anyway, and thank you to Arv for hosting us on his channel for this campaign. And with that, stick around for a raid. You can do !ARV raid if you're not a sub, or !sub raid to get the raid messages. And we will do a raid. I will find someone to send you all over to watch, and maybe add in something in your raid message to say that you're coming from the Shadow Crew, so that they're not too confused about if Arv doesn't happen to go over there. But he's still around in chat, so hopefully he'll maybe do his little landing thing too. All right, thank you everyone. Have a good night.
Double wave.
Double wave.